Oh, yeah. Lion with a new bub.
This morning, apparently. That's why he's not playing.
So he's not playing?
He's not playing.
He's laid out.
He's in the team sheet.
Late out. What he was supposed to be playing.
Well, there was a laid out about 3 hours ago that I knew of.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering whether he's been listed.
No, he's out.
Right.
Well, that's my mail anyway, that he's out.
Yeah, Norm, reserves have finished 21-15 to 3 goals 3.
Here he is, man of the moment.
Here we go. How you doing? You're right.
3 goals.
Come with big raps.
Good, mate. How you going?
I hope not.
Grab that chair over there, mate.
So, I reckon if you try that one there. I've tested them all and apparently we're all good. This bloody thing right in the middle there.
I tried to tune you out, mate, but it was...
Yeah, well, it's just, you know, not perfect by any means or anything. It's just
No, it was good. I enjoy it.
take it as it comes and do the best we can.
Hey?
You watched a few of the live streams.
I did. I did some research and got a couple of the guys. Tim's about to play his 150th game and stuff.
Okay.
Good on you for doing this, sir.
Of course.
Excellent.
I've been waiting for my shot. Good on you.
You'll get plenty more.
Hopefully. To then see how I go first. Don't come for 2 months. You'll be fine, mate.
Oh, no, it's all done. I'm just waiting for them to signal me that it's all okay. They normally just give me a wave to say that it's all correct. I'm not sure they'll tell me at all.
468. So Narrogin Sports Power are doing, they normally do the goal of the day. They're doing mark of the day, but I've still got goal of the day still stuck in my head, and yeah, it can be a little bit difficult to get it out. Norm, are you ready to go there? What?
Tyson said that he knows you.
Yeah, I love the Kirk boys.
Yeah, so Tyson's not here today.
Sorry, someone's, yeah, just so. Norm, are you ready to go? We've got a couple of blokes here, and maybe we. Try and do it. Try and do it.
Yeah. Interesting.
Just let us know, Norm, if you're right to go, and I'll do a 20-second count in, and we'll.
Have fun, boys.
We will. So this is on already, this one?
Yeah, that should be ready to go. You have tested them all, and he said they're all good. Okay, well, I'll get going. I'll do a 20-second count in, and away we'll go. Okay, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, thanks, Norm. Big K football, Sunday afternoon, the Liberty Rural match of the day. And what a clash we do have. The Narrogin Hawks are hosting the Boddington Eagles here in downtown Narrogin, Clayton Road Oval, looking absolutely magnificent on a wonderful afternoon. Sky's blue, sun's out, perfect day for football, and really looking forward to what could be an absolute fantastic clash here today. First time look for the Narrogin Hawks this season for Big K footy, and the Boddington Eagles we have seen once or twice already. In commentary this afternoon, introducing a bit of a new look addition to the team, I suppose. But in one way, we've got Rob Kirk. Rob, welcome back to Big K Football, and great to have you back on board again.
Thanks, Big K. What a wonderful day at Narrogin. Conditions are perfect. Top two sides in the Upper Great Southern, and really looking forward to what promises to be an absolute belter.
Certainly should be. Also in commentary this afternoon, Seth Whiteford from the Narrogin Hawks. Seth, a big warm welcome to Big K Football.
Well, thanks for having me, Big K. This is definitely something I've wanted to do for a while, so I appreciate your time. Like you guys already said, it's a beautiful day for footy, 1 versus 2, maybe a little finals preview potentially, so definitely a perfect day for it and a really good game, I hope.
Yeah, okay, good stuff. Really welcome you on board, and look forward to enjoying the afternoon with you, Seth. And I think you've already played a bit of a game in the reserves as well.
I did play a game already. If you hear a sniffle, just excuse that. I got a bit of leather poisoning, mate. So.
Yeah, no, good stuff. We've got some wonderful sponsors on board as well, and of course Liberty Rural bringing you the match of the day. Kelvin Andrews, give him a call on 0488 678018. Also, Peter Rundle, our season partner, and if you want to contact Peter, you can give him a call at that Narrogin office on 988 11 225. He's doing a fantastic job, and keep it up, Peter. We've got some Toolmart doing the scoreboard once again. Man of the match comes later on through Price's Fabrication and Steel. Goal of the day with CSBP Fertilisers. Check it out with your local agent. Mark of the day will be Sports Power Narrogin, Lindsay and Katrina George. Make sure you call into their fantastic shop here in Narrogin. And the tackle of the day, All Good Refund Depot and Wage, and containers for change, cash in your pockets today, regional pickups in your area. Use the C4C app to book a collect a service, or call 0439 956 175. And the depot is open 9 to 1 on Thursday and Friday, 9 to 1 Saturdays is 7:30 to 1 p.m. on Saturdays. First quarter is going to be brought to you by Perry's Department Store. Narrogin for all men's and women's clothing, work clothes and boots. Call Jan on 988 11 019. Back to the footy. They're out warming up here, Rob. And what's the news from the Boddington camp?
I'm not sure, Big K. They've had a week off, so I presume everyone's refreshed and ready to go. But just a quick shout out, if I can, to Matty White and his partner Lauren on the birth of their baby daughter this morning. So Matt's laid out for the Boddington Eagles, but I'm sure everyone's wrapped for him and Lauren.
Okay, wonderful news, and I think most of the footy teams around the place are saying, well done, Matty, to you, and a girl, well, probably might help out in the future when they're playing the Boddington Eagles, perhaps. But that's great news, and well done. And Seth, what's news out of the Narrogin Hawks camp, and a bit of information there?
Well, the boys are definitely feeling confident. These guys have been playing unreal football for the last 4 or so rounds. They're on a bit of a win streak as well, like Boddington, so that's why I'm also really excited for the game today. These guys they're red hot at the moment. Training's been really good and full, so I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, fantastic. They are grouping up right now as we speak. I haven't seen Narrogin this year, and in fact I didn't even get up to Narrogin last year to do a home game, so we're certainly trying to rectify that. We're here today and look forward to getting back here as well, because I think in a couple of weeks' time we might see Narrogin again actually out at Wickerpin, so should be good. Well, the teams have broken and they're heading out to their positions, and what a glorious day it really is.
Yeah, it is, Big K, and I think I'm really looking forward to this midfield battle with Boddington and Narrogin. Narrogin Hawks have a quality ruckman as well, and he's probably going to give players like Geordie Hill, Declan Phillips, these guys probably first look. So it's going to be an outstanding battle through the middle of the ground, and I think, in fair to say, who gets on top in there will have a fair say in the outcome, I'd imagine.
Okay, so we're likely to see some of the Narrogin Hawks players lining up. Seth?
Well, I mean, it's really good to see Will Wiggett back today. He's had the last few weeks off, so definitely happy to see him back out on the field. And like we've already spoken, Greg and Geordie in the middle, and we've got a fantastic back line out there today as well. So these guys are just super talented across the entire field for both sides.
Okay, just looking, Declan Phillips in the centre of the ground for the Narrogin Hawks. Greg or Taylor, or just Greg Taylor, I imagine, is it? For the big
He goes
fella?
by Greg. I don't think he minds too much.
Yeah, in the ruck, and he's opposed there to our big man Sabian Mack. They probably call him Truck as the siren sounds to commence the first quarter here of the big Liberty Rural match of the day. It's one down. Kilpatrick runs onto the ball. He's tackled though swiftly by Cabalza. A bit of a pack as big Luke Kirk tries to crash his way through the pack. He's tackled, pulled to the ground. It's just rolled inside the 50-metre arc for the Narrogin Hawks. They're going towards the Clayton Road end of the oval. It's one down. Ground level pretty was shoved out of the way. Gee, it's pretty physical early as well, Rob.
Yeah, it'll be pretty hot early, I'd imagine, Big K. There'll be no passengers in that contest in there.
Okay, they set themselves. Might have been... it was Mac that went for the knock. It's coming through. Cabalza with some brilliance. Out of the pack. Spearing pass forward was beautiful. Mark has been taken down there by that man and Lloyd Padwick, and that was a nice little bit of play by the Boddington Eagles.
Yeah, some good work on that outer wing there. They just knocked that ball forward, and Harry Cabalza, he doesn't need much encouragement. Once the ball's out in space, he's got a good set of wheels, and
so fast, isn't he?
And away he goes.
Quite electric. He's willing to take the game on as well. So Lloyd Padwick, well, fantastic goal kicker normally. He's going to kick just inside the 50-metre arc. It's holding up. It has got the distance. It's off to the side, one behind only. So first score of the game to the Boddington Eagles. On the Toolmart scoreboard, the kick comes in. It was good. Mark's been taken by Hardy. Reese Hardy in the back line for the Narrogin Hawks. Goes with a kick towards left centre. Gee, Jackman was it? Over the top. What a screamer!
Him like a chicken jockey there.
An absolute beauty and a big contender for the Sports Power Narrogin. Mark of the day, and a kick into the middle to heel, was it? Fantastic. He goes on with the job. Down the field, Narrogin looking great. Did it end up with Walsh? Speared it in. Also at ground level, coming out was Wiggum. He couldn't quite pick it up. Gee, it's tied up just about 30 metres out directly in front for the Narrogin Hawks. What a mark, Seth.
Unreal. That's what CJ does. He's been a great addition for the Hawks this year.
Okay, Walsh has come up with a free kick here for the Narrogin Hawks, Rob. So he's going to shoot from some 35 metres out directly in front.
Yeah, I think it was a holding the ball decision, Big K. I couldn't quite see it, but it was a magnificent effort by Jared Zelmeri to dive back and get hands on that. Otherwise, it would have hit Will Wiggett lace out.
Okay, so Jack Walsh paces in. Kick spins beautifully off his boot. It's away to the right, one behind only. Toolmart scoreboard, one behind apiece for the Hawks.
Well, Walshy had a fantastic day as well. He coached the Seagrave boys today. They won by around 200 points, I think. So he's had a great day so far. And he hasn't even played yet.
It's a thumping.
That's a thumping, all right, yeah.
So scorer puts it into Reynolds. Was a good kick. Still inside his defensive 50-metre arc. Another one down the field. Dangerous. Went forward. It was fished it away. Jackman was involved. Cabalza. He's wrapped up in a good, strong tackle, and down he went. Beautiful. I think it was Jackman as well involved in that. Now a bit of fisticuffs afterwards. And Cabalza, well, he's still laying on the ground, but that is a massive contender for the All Good Refund Depot Wagen tackle of the day. Make sure you write it down, Rob. So they're sorting themselves out, but and it's not good seeing Cabalza still on the ground as well. So
yeah, he's played a dangerous tackle.
Okay, well. Okay, yep, so...
might have to scrub that.
Might have to scrub that one out then. Oleg was fierce.
It was.
That was for sure. Cabalza might have hurt his shoulder as well, which is a real blow.
It is.
Okay, well, tackle is not happening, and was it Gemelli that might be receiving the free kick?
I think it might be Jared
Jared Salmieri,
yeah.
sorry.
They don't look unsimilar though, Big K.
The Sal and Cal dynamic duo have been unstoppable so far this year.
Okay, yep.
Don't like the look of his
Moyer is
shoulder.
there as well. No, it's not looking good for Cabalza. Well, gee, it was a brutal tackle. There was no two ways about that. As we just wait, first quarter, of course, brought to you by Parry's Department Store in Narrogin, all men's and women's clothing, work clothes and boots. Give them a call on 98811019. And Jared Salmiri in defence. Spears the little kick forward to Sherry. Ben Sherry on with the job very quickly. He goes wide with the kick. Digging up. Good mark has been taken on right centre wing by the Eagles. Didn't spot him. Kick went forward to the D-man. He's just short of right half forward flank for the Boddington Eagles. They hug the outside boundary. It's a high kick going back. Big fly, but gee, a nice grab in front, was it? And it is.
Jackman.
I think it's Jackman again. He's certainly a good aerialist.
He's everywhere.
And he has marked the ball, perhaps a contender as well for the Sports Power Narrogin mark of the day. Little kick forward. In defence there. Narrogin Hawks. On with the job it is. Kick was quite horrible. D-man was there. Narrogin with some numbers. But Boddington, great work out of the pack. Kick working forward, getting back. But Jackman again, well positioned. Is he in a ruck roving role, or what role is he playing?
Yeah, I believe CJ's somewhere in the middle. He could be playing out of the half back. I'm not 100% sure. I tried to sneak a look at the board before I come up here, but didn't quite get it.
Okay, well, Hardy's with the ball. Goes with a kick forward. Gee, dropped what he could have taken there. Kilpatrick over the top. Dylan Kirk involved as well. And we've got a whistle on play. And before that, kicking it across was Fraser Good from deep defence. So, rucks go to it. And a bit of a shove's been called. And it goes to Taylor. Taylor swings the hand pass inboard to Declan Phillips. Phillips for the Hawks. It's a good kick right up inside 50. Coming out, meeting it. Was it Heel? No, it was Geordie Hughes. Read it beautifully. Took a big hip and shoulder as well. He got the kick away. Picked up by Phillips again. He's tackled. Dispossessed. Play on's the call. Hand pass over the top. Running inside the 50-metre arc, it's held up, picked up by Bowen Zaccoli. He's tackled, pulled to the ground. Umpire blows the whistle. We'll have a ball up just outside the attacking 50-metre arc for the Narrogin Hawks. Ruck set themselves. It was one down. Pack forms. No clear football. Umpire blows the ball once again as Mack in the ruck for the Boddington Eagles. Opposed to Taylor. Good even tussle.
It is.
Taylor down beautiful to Geordie Heel on his boot. Quickly forward. Walsh was caught behind. It was fisted towards the front of the pack. Boddington defence holds up pretty well. Big kick came out from Cooper. Goes out wide. Giles Morton was there. Gee, almost a nice mark over the top, and he's going to come up with a free kick. Great work, Reece Hardy.
Geez.
For the Narrogin Hawks. Lays the little hand pass off. Was good to Mumby. Thumps the ball in long. He's off target. Gone through for one behind only. Toolmart scoreboard, two behinds. Narrogin Hawks. One behind Boddington Eagles, Seth.
Yeah, well, Reece Hardy, really good effort there. Held him off the ball, but he's one of the best blokes in the world as well, Reece Hardy. So I'm really loving the game so far. This is really good, really fun to watch.
Okay, well, scorer's going to bring it in from full back. Oh, tricky little kick as he went forward, having to put his teammate under pressure, but gee whiz, he was up to it, and that was Salmiri. Beautiful play, but Taylor floats through the air, the big ruckman. It was a nice capture. Hand pass, I'm not sure about that one, but he goes out now, and Geordie Heel thumps it long down. Malachi Bolton used his body brilliantly. Takes the grab on his chest, a contender for the Sports Power Narrogin. Mark of the day, write it down, Rob Kirk. Seth.
Well, Big K, Mac had 8 goals in the last game that he played, so he's red hot at the moment. Big Mac truck, we call him.
Oh, I tell you. Well, pound for pound, he's going to be a man that's very hard to shift, and his strength showed out right there and then too.
That's right.
Malachi Bolton, in he comes. Maybe for the first goal for the Narrogin Hawks, but I think he got it. Well, look, I thought I was nearly going to call it's gone to the right, but he's squeezed it in. And on the Toolmart scoreboard, 1-2 to the Narrogin Hawks. Boddington Eagles 1 behind, and Hawks looking pretty sharp here, Rob.
They are, yes. So they've set up pretty well behind the ball. the big ruckman Taylor, he's doing a pretty good job behind that kick behind the play. But yeah, Malachi Bolton one out, man on man. Very rarely will he get beaten. I think Bod need to be a little bit smarter in the back end. Probably have to get a run at Malachi because if you get in a wrestle with him, he's going to beat you 9 times out of 10.
Okay, and Harry Cabalza, what a blow that is for the Boddington Eagles. Hopefully he can pull up all right. Ruck set themselves. Taylor, he went high. He won it down beautifully. Kirk, though, strong. Great little hand pass. Went out. Was kicked away by Dylan Kirk. Had the ball smothered, though. Almost tripped up. Hawks with some numbers try to knock the ball forward. Bowens a Coley. Nice pickup. Swinging 25-metre hand pass. Malachi Bolton swings it out wide. Trying to follow it up. Hand pass went out wide. It's taken by Walsh. On his left boot. Oh, has he squeezed it in? It was a magnificent kick. One behind only. Toolmart scoreboard 1-3 Narrogin Hawks here in the first term, one behind Boddington Eagles. Hawks pressing.
Yeah, they are. Pressure on the ball carrier has been enormous.
Okay, kick comes in. It was good to Cooper. Cooper in the left-hand back pocket. He's inside his defensive 50-metre arc. He's going to hug the boundary. Good long kick. Pack forms. Oh, Taylor almost should have taken it. Just went for 2 grabs. Ground level. Giles Morton left it behind us, held up, and Cooper is wrapped up. But he's a likely type, the big ruckman for the Narrogin Hawks.
Yeah, very impressive, isn't he?
They set themselves once again. Mac Knox tries to knock it forward, ground level. Zach Pretty does his best work in there. Got the little kick forward. Kelsall was there. Can't quite get his hands on the ball. Pretty's back in there. Over the top. Heel tries to crash his way through. Umpire blows the whistle. Almost could have got taken high there as well. But umpire says we'll ball it up. It's on right centre wing for the Narrogin Hawks. Little toe poke, ground level. Kirk was strong. Can't shake the tackle though. Pretty intense in there in these pack situations. Mac flew high. Trying to knock it through was Phillips. So Tom Kilpatrick was brilliant. Hand pass over the top. Now it comes to Jackman. Under pressure. Got it to Taylor. Put it down like a hot potato. Hand pass went out. Luke Kirk was intelligent football as he went forward. But it's physical. Gee whiz. 3 Narrogin Hawks players zoom in on the target and pull him down. And that was Gemelli. Well, he loves being at the bottom of the pack usually. He was then. Rucks go to it. It's knocked down. D-Man, he's going to get tackled, pulled down by Bowens Zakoli for the Narrogin Hawks. Tough physical football here in the first term.
Well, you can't tell that these guys had the week off last week. They've been raring to get back out on the field.
Well, Boddington get it out of the pack and Gemelli drives the ball forward, getting back. Timms couldn't quite rake it in. Over the top there, working hard was good. It's in the left full forward pocket region for the Boddington Eagles. And taken high. It's got to be a free kick to the Boddington player.
Charlie Kelsall.
Charlie Kelsall, well, almost had his neck twisted back. In a bad position, and Charlie Kelsall. And what's been happening with him? He's been playing, or is he?
No, he's over east. I think he's at Marcus Hold'em. So he's just home for a few weeks, from what I can gather. So
yeah, because he's always a pretty handy footballer.
Yeah.
So Charlie Kelsall, in he comes. An opportunity here for the Boddington Eagles. The kick off his boot. Just might steer to the right. It is a goal. Great stuff. Beautiful goal it was. So Toolmart scoreboard, 1-3 Narrogin Hawks, 1-1 Boddington Eagles. And what a terrific first quarter we're having here, Seth.
I mean, like I said, these guys all had the bye last week, so they've been waiting to get back out there. Big high-intensity trainings, so definitely keen to get back out there. You can tell by how physical they've been today. Okay,
good stuff. Parry's department store in Narrogin for all men's and women's clothing, work clothes and boots. Call Jan on 988 11 019, sponsoring Big K Footy. We thank them very much. It's just a glorious day for football and a cracking little game that we have here at the moment as well. Looks like Troy Warburton might be on the ball for the Boddington Eagles as opposed to a player there in Greg Taylor. So, ball's up in the air. They go down. No clear knock. Charging through. Tom Kilpatrick. Beautiful football, Tommy. Bang on his boot. He charges forward. Malachi Bolton in the pack like a magician. Now he's tackled. Dispossessed. Hand pass over the top. Geordie Hughes runs hard. Grabs the ball. Hits the ground. Oh, he's laying there. Umpire says no. It's held to him. We'll have a ball up in the right forward pocket for the Narrogin Hawks. Tommy Kilpatrick, well, what a footballer he is.
Leo Graham medalist.
Totally, as rucks go for it, down to ground level. Just waiting out the back. Malachi Bolton tries to bulldoze his way out. Picked up by Warburton. Good little hand pass to Kirk, was it? Got the kick away, went long. Taylor didn't quite take it, and coming through. And a beautiful bit of play was Byron Blevin, but he was caught and tackled. Pulled down, and I think it's Giles
Morton.
Giles Morton, yes. Great tackle, perhaps a contender for the All Good Refund Depot Wagen. Tackle of the day, little kick forward, was good. It's to Salmiri. He's just on left half-back flank for the Boddington Eagles. He signals. He wants to go long with the kick, and he does. Coming in from the side was Mumby. Over the top. Gee, big collision there. Trying to come through was the big fella there in Dobson, and a free kick is going to go the way now of Kelsall. Kelsall puts it. Oh, he's got a man loose down there, and Zach Pretty. An elusive footballer at the best of times, and certainly he's just leaked away down there. And now he's got an opportunity for a goal for the Boddington Eagles.
Yeah, and that all started in that back with that tackle from young Callum Giles Morton. You know, Narrogin had the run there, and it was just a great tackle which caused a turnover, which leads to a shot on goal for Zach Pretty.
Okay, well, a contender also for the All Good Refund Depot of Wage and Tackle of the day, and in he comes. I think this one's across the face. One behind only. 1 goal, 3 Hawks, 1 goal, 2 Boddington Eagles here in the first term. Brought to you by Parry's Department Store in Narrogin. Make sure you call in and check them out. So it's Timms. Drives the ball out of defence. Goes looking for Taylor. Hughes was caught behind. Free kick as he went high in the front. And Giles Morton comes up with a free kick. Spears a little pass into Kirk. Dylan Kirk cruises through. Oh, it's a beautiful kick. Puts it out. Waiting for it was Padwick. And he's got the free kick. Got slapped in the arms. And it was a good effort. I think working on him was Fraser Good. Certainly he's got a bit of a challenge there, Fraser, on Lloyd Padwick.
Yeah, definitely. Padwick would have been topic of discussion, I think, Big K.
Yeah, surprisingly, I thought Narrogin might have went with Byron Blevin, who did a job on Lloyd Padwick last year when he was at Cooker and Dumbier.
Yeah, probably an option, I suppose, Rob.
I'd say it would be an option, but yeah, I'd see Lloyd Padwick start out of the goal square today, Big K. He's sort of playing as that deep full forward.
Okay, well, he drives a long ball. It's a magnificent kick off his boot. It went to the right, 1 behind only. Scores level here at Clayton Road Oval in the Liberty Rural match of the day. The Hawks and the Boddington Eagles. The kick went long to Walsh. Couldn't quite dig it up. Ground level. Working hard out there was Scorer. Over the top. Great little bit of work. Hand pass came out to the Hawks to Walsh now. His kick forward was good. It was knocked away from Mumby. Down at ground level, and the boundary line's close, and we're just on the right half forward flank region for the Boddington Eagles on the far side of the oval, and we will have a ball in here on this glorious Sunday afternoon. Parry's of Narrogin, big sponsors of Big K footy here in the first term. Ruck set themselves again. Over the top, Taylor got the best of it. Stolen by Dylan Kirk, though. Hand pass 20 metres forward. Coming out was Beard. Kept the ball in front of him, lost it. Goes back in after the ball. Geez, wrapped up in a very good tackle. The pressure is immense out there here in this first term.
It's very finals-like pressure at the start of the game, isn't it, Big K?
It really is. And great football. Great to see. Nothing too damn easy out there. Went to ground level once again. Hand pass. Went out. It was a great effort. Dylan Kirk picked it up to the D-man. Under pressure. Over the top. It was great to set up to Salmiri. Salmiri looks. It wobbles off his boot. Kelsall couldn't quite rake it in. Off his chest. It's loose. It's just on the inside the 50-metre arc for the Boddington Eagles. We've got a whistle on play. Great defence by the Narrogin Hawks, and they've got it tied up. Doing a fair job there as well. Big thump by Taylor. Gee, that's a 35, 40-metre bump. Warburton's behind it, though. Oh, I'll tell you what, he needs to get rid of it. He did. Under pressure, he got the little kick forward, and going with it was good. He wheels around with a kick. Went out towards Walsh. Couldn't quite gather the ball in. Jacob's scorer was good. Keeps the ball in front of him. Geordie Hill, beautiful pick-up. Nice play, good poise. And his kick was great as he went forward. And the mark's been taken there by Lanciano with only moments left here in the first term, about 5 minutes actually. So it's more than 5 seconds, that's for sure. At ground level, Reynolds dispossessed over the top. The ball was smothered off Hardy's boot. It tumbles forward now, and set up was Byron Blevin for the Narrogin Hawks, and finished it off beautifully. A great goal.
Beautiful pick-up by Bug there.
On the Tilmart scoreboard, 2 goals, 3 to the Narrogin Hawks, 1 goal, 3. Boddington Eagles and Seth. A beautiful bit of play.
I mean, everyone's getting a touch, Big K. Wouldn't be surprised if the Waterboys get a few touches here. They're sharing the ball magnificently so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And Byron Blevin, he's just spotting him, Rob. Is he actually just in the centre, or what's his caper?
I think he started at half forward, Big K. Okay. Whether he is a midfield rotation or not, I'm just trying to spot
He's just in the back line now.
He's just gone back.
He's on Kelsall by the looks of it.
He must have snuck up for a quick goal.
He might have run off half back. But
everyone loves kicking a goal. But
I think he did.
Best goal kickers are in half back.
I think he did start forward though.
Okay, in the centre they go. Taylor went high. Kilpatrick was there. Gemelli was good. Quick kick goes Hawks' way, though, towards centre half forward. And a good fist away by Matt Sherry. Hand pass over the top. This is dangerous. Walsh was there. Hill was there. Under pressure, the Boddington defence. Reynolds around to the side. Walsh got it on his boot. He sent it forward. It was fisted away. Comes to the back of the pack. And once again coming through was Matt Sherry for one behind. For the Narrogin Hawks, 2 goals, 4. Leading the Boddington Eagles, 1 goal, 2 here in the first term. Kicks out, Gemelli leads, marks. He's just inside his defensive 50-metre arc. His kick out wide in front of Dylan Kirk. Didn't quite find it. Kelsall came down. The ball was fisted away. And it's over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in right on the right half forward flank here for the Hawks, right almost in front of the commentary box on this lovely afternoon of football. Parries of Narrogin. Ball's thrown in. Taylor was behind. Warburton did well in front. Was a nice little pick up down there by Ben Sherry. A wizard through the pack he was. Kick went forward. Matt Pretty. He's always dangerous. Ground level. It was a beautiful pick up. Hand pass for the Hawks. We didn't find its target. Ground level. Tommy Kilpatrick was good. Quick little hand pass again over the top to Phillips now. He's got a little bit of time. The ball was smothered though. Went to Warburton. His kick was smothered as well. It's desperate out there. No easy kicks at all. It flips out to the back to Blevin. Blevin banged it on his boot, sent it forward. Mumby was there, couldn't quite rake the mark in. It was fisted away. Sal Meary's run into Phillips. Good hip and shoulder, holding the ball. Gee,
great tackle.
Tough call, I thought.
Yeah, I thought he was unlucky.
Tough call.
Looked a bit high for
Absolutely.
Mine.
So, but Phillips is the recipient of the free kick. Malachi Bolton's in front and marks the ball inside 50. Oh, Hawks playing good, strong football. And Phillips rewarded with a good tackle, as it was, but...
might be a little biased, Big K, I think.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Very hard not to be when you're supporting your team. Rob Kirk quite often is the same as well, you know.
Yes.
Well, hopefully Rob and I can balance each other.
Yeah, I think so, but no fist fights up here, that's all. Okay, Malachi Bolton. In he comes. Bang, off his boot. Well... hasn't got his goal kicking boot on that one. Tilmart scoreboard, 2 goals, 5 to the Narrogin Hawks, 1 goal, 3 Boddington Eagles. A good, strong first term as we're going by the Hawks.
Yeah, it's been very physical and it's going to take its toll. So it might come down to who's the fittest towards the latter end of the game.
Okay, well, Jacob Scorer goes for the kick, goes wide, finds a player in Cooper, I think, out there. Cooper drives the ball wide and long. Jared Salmiri in front. Beautiful capture. Squeeze it up to you. It's a bit of a dangerous kick. Chevelle was there, and it was a beautiful mark to Ben Sherry. Gee, he's a good player. Sherry. His little kick forward was good. He found Reynolds quickly on the hand pass and charging out of defence. The Boddington Eagles go. Tell you what.
Right,
a tackle and a half by Jordan Hill. He wrapped up the player there, and Geordie Hill, that is a big contender for the All Good Refund Depot wage and tackle of the day.
Geordie leading by example there.
I think it was on Salmiri, was it? Gee whiz. Going forward, he's found his target as well, and digging up the ball was Max Chevelle. For the Narrogin Hawks, he might kick from outside of 50, But the Hawks doing all the right thing. A quick hand pass to Phillips. He says, give it to me. I'll drive it home for the Hawks. And that he did. Goal on the board to the Narrogin Hawks. They roll along on the Toolmart scoreboard. 3 goals, 5 to the Hawks. 1 goal, 2 to the Boddington Eagles here in the first term. Brought to you by Parry's Department Store in Narrogin. Rob Kirk.
Yeah, it's a great start for the Hawks. They've been physical. They've just hunted the footy, and they're full of run at the moment. Whether they can sustain that over 4 quarters, we'll wait and see. But it's a pretty high standard to sustain for 4 quarters at this stage. So it'd be interesting to see how they respond in the second quarter, Boddington.
Certainly. Well, we're sort of running out of time here on this first term, but I imagine the Eagles will be don't want to let another goal slip here in this first term. Very impressive, Narrogin Hawks. Very committed how they're playing.
Yep.
It's back to the centre. Taylor's there with Mac Taylor over the top. Oh, beautiful quick hand pass out to Tommy Kilpatrick. He takes him on as well. Drills the long kick in. It's a little bit wide. Geordie Hughes is there. Can't quite get his hands on it. Malachi said, I can. And turns and kicks towards goal. Through for 1 behind only.
One's going to go through eventually.
3 goals, 6 to the Narrogin Hawks. 1 goal, 3 to the Boddington Eagles here in the first term. And it's cracking game of football. Just biding his time. I think is it Scorer it is. I wasn't sure if it was him or Geordie Hughes. Kick went forward. I think it's Ben Sherry on the end of this.
Yep.
Sherry with the ball. Taking his time. All pieces it goes to Reynolds. Beautiful capture. And he hit the ground running as well. Blake Reynolds, long D-man was there. Couldn't wake it in. Come who to Kelsall, I think. No. Got the kick away. Beautiful kick, and charging forward was Kirk. He's on the end of it. Luke Kirk.
Jamelli.
Oh, it was Jamelli. Gosh. Okay. Went long and far, and it's to the right and slipping back and taking the mark. I think down there was it Good?
Yep, Fraser Good.
Okay, it was a good kick as well by Good. Found his target. Geordie Heel places the ball out wide. Mark's been taken out there by Timms. Just slowing it down as the siren indeed does sound to finish a very good first quarter for the Narrogin Hawks. On the Toolmart scoreboard, 3 goals, 6 to the Narrogin Hawks, 1 goal, 3 to the Boddington Eagles. With me in commentary this afternoon, we do have Seth Whiteford and also Rob Kirk. And what a great first quarter. Seth, I'll jump to you first. You'd be pretty happy. Narrogin Hawks.
Mate, I'm over the moon so far. I'd love to see the Hawks get up. These guys have been unbelievably committed this year. And like Rob already said, I'll be interested to see which one of these teams can hang on for all 4 quarters, because this type of effort is going to be really hard to maintain for that long.
Yeah, certainly is. And Rob Kirk in commentary with Big K Footy once again. Rob, and it was a cracking first term.
Oh, it was an outstanding first quarter, and like we alluded to, it was very finals-like. Early on, it was really tough in the clinches. There was no holds barred in some of those contests. Whoever wanted that footy went ahead to go in and win it. And Narrogin have been quite impressive. That first quarter, they've been physical. They've definitely got a massive advantage with Greg Ortado. I thought he's been outstanding that first quarter. He's given Narrogin's mids first look, and which has probably set them up, going forward, and been well finished off with guys like Malachi Bolton down forward, who's always dangerous. He looks dangerous, and he's going to get on the end of a couple of those kicks shortly and finish it off. But yeah, like I said, quarter time now. If you can sustain that over 4 quarters, good luck. It's going to be, if it's that ferocious, it's going to be a hell of a game. And it'd be interesting to see how Boddington can come out now in the second quarter. They've been challenged, they've been tested, and it'd be interesting to see how they respond.
Certainly will be. Rob, do you have some goal scorers there for us at all, mate?
I do, yes. For the Narrogin Hawks, we've got one apiece to Byron Blevin, Declan Phillips and Malachi Bolton, and the single goal scorer for Boddington was Charlie Kelsall.
Okay, good stuff. Well, the first quarter was brought to you by Parry's Department Store in Narrogin for all your men's and women's clothing, work clothes and boots. Call Jan on 988 11019. We thank them very much, and of course it is the Liberty Rural Match of the day. Give Kelvin Andrews a ring on 0488 678 018. They deliver fuel all over the Great Southern region. They sell Shell lubricants and products, and they've got great prices on all, and especially check out their fuel price at this time of the year. And just to touch on Peter Rundle as well, MLA with that Narrogin office, 98811225. We're going to take a quick break, come back very soon for the big second term up here at Clayton Road Oval on this fantastic game of football with the Narrogin Hawks at 3 goals, 6-24, leading the Boddington Eagles 1 goal, 3-9, a margin of 15 points. Norm, I'll give you a 10-second count in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, thanks, Norm, back there at Radio Great Southern 1422 AM. Big K football Sunday afternoon. It is the Liberty Rural Match of the day. And what a cracking game it was the first term. The Narrogin Hawks do lead 3 goals, 6-24 to Boddington Eagles 1 goal, 3-9, a margin of some 15 points. Second quarter is going to be brought to you by Pipeline Welding and Installation. Call Russell Reynolds on 0417 180 644. We're not too far away from the commencement of the second term. With me in commentary this afternoon is Seth Whiteford and also Rob Kirk back here as well. And great to have these gentlemen on board with Big K footy. We love it as the siren sounds to commence the second term. They fly high. Mac went high early, popped it over the top, taken by Luke Kirk. Quickly on his boot, long and strong, coming out, and a big fist away by Hansen. Tries to follow the ball up. Beautiful pick up by Kelsall over the top, and a great little hand pass towards Dobson was it. He's in the pressure. Got the hand pass from from Dylan Kirk. Goes out wide to Zach Pretty. He looked across. He's seen Lloyd Padwick. Has he found him? Couldn't quite rake it in. Great work down there it was by Good. And Narrogin Hawks under a bit of pressure. Picked up by Sherry. Had the ball smothered. They're at desperate levels. At ground level, the kick came out for the Narrogin Hawks was good, but it's chopped off by Blake Reynolds for the Boddington Eagles. Squares it up towards Jacob Scorer. Little deft kick forward was fantastic. He found Dylan Kirk, and Kirk is on the left half forward flank area for the Boddington Eagles. Gee, desperation stakes it was. The kick was excellent. He found his target in there, and mark's being taken by Zach Pretty. Hangs in the air for Padwick. He couldn't rake it in, but he's been taken high.
and the free kick goes the way of Lloyd Padwick. Some 35 to 40 metres out directly in front.
Yeah, just better use of the ball. They just took their time, didn't they, Big K? Narrogin had a couple back in the hole, which was quite clever from Boddington because they just chipped into the one in front and held possession, and finally Lloyd Padwick got out on his own and ended up with a shot on goal.
Well, Padwick, he's normally their leading goal kicker, and indeed the Upper Great Southern's leading goal kicker as well. So in he comes. This should be a bit of bread and butter for him. Gee, it's a
mongrel old kick.
Wobbly old kick off his boot. He just lost it somehow. So it's gone 3-1 behind. 1-4 to the Boddington Eagles, trailing the Narrogin Hawks. 3 goals, 6. Timms to bring the ball back into play. Drives it long. Looking for Hanson. Coming across was Dobson. Bit of a hip and shoulder coming through was Mack. Gee, good tackle as well on Taylor. Taylor did well. Got out the Bowens of Cole. He swung it forward and found his man out there in heel. Swung it on. Tommy Kilpatrick drills the pass. It went a bit underground though. Charging forward was Wiggum. He got bundled out of the way. Comes to the back door. Hughes was there. Steadies the ship. Sees scorer. He went out there. Jackman, was it with 100-mile-an-hour pace? Tries to keep the ball in and does. Went for the bounce. Squared it in with a magnificent kick to Malachi Bolton. Narrogin Hawks. Fantastic football. Gee whiz, that was really, really terrific.
Beautiful pick up by CJ on the wing there.
Oh, Jackman, I tell you what, he ran that hard and that fast. He kept the ball alive. And this will be fantastic goal.
It was great work from the ruckman out on centre wing as well.
Oh,
which
my goodness.
Set that up.
Well, Malachi Bolton, this one, he steered straight through the middle on the Toolmart scoreboard. Narrogin Hawks are 4-6, leading the Boddington Eagles 1-4. And Seth Whiteford, he's busting to say something here.
I've been waiting because I just love talking about CJ. He's one of the best players I've ever seen, and I'll gladly say that any day of the week. He's just awesome and run hard. Took a bounce even on the wing and then squared up Malachi, and I said, Malachi, just keep kicking him and eventually he's going to get one, and he did. So
he
fantastic.
Did. Where's he hail from, Co? Is he a local fella?
I believe so. Yeah, I've known Mac most of my life, and he's always been good. I think he went away for a little while, but he's back again now, so it's good to see him.
Very talented type. There's no two ways about that.
Definitely.
Airless, speed, you name it. He's got a few assets up his sleeve. Okay, back to the centre. They fly high. No clear knockout. Mac got himself right in under the ball. Brought Big Taylor down. Hand pass went out. Umpire says no. We're going to try it once again. And I see Sabian Mack just trying to negate the influence by jumping early on Taylor. And it is actually working. Well, it's knocked forward and a brilliant pick-up out there by Heel. Hand pass over the top to Mumby. Coming through, though, and tackled to the ground with Scorer. Oh, gee, it almost got away with another one, the Hawks. But great work by Boddington Eagles. Tied it up, Scorer in the end. So it's in their forward line. Mack jumping very early in the ruck. Hand pass towards Narrogin Hawks' way. Getting back, charging through a bit of a trip over ground level. Nice pick up down there. It was by Scorer. The ball goes out of bounds and we'll have a throw in. Sam Moyer, I think, was involved with that. Number 29 for the Narrogin Hawks. Second quarter brought to you by Pipeline Welding and Installation. Russell Reynolds sponsoring 0417 180 644. Balls thrown in. Mac went for it and laid the tackle on as well. No prior opportunity, says the umpire. And we will have a ball up once again. I think might have been Beard getting up off the ground. Going high was Mac. I'll tell you what, he's working with his new tactic in the ruck. I can tell you that, Rob Kirk.
Yeah, he's just trying to negate him in the.
And it's actually working.
It is
at this
working.
Point in time.
It's just unorthodox, but it's actually working at the moment.
Yep. Just jumping way early. This time over the top. Big thump, Narrogin Hawks' way. Malachi Bolton lays it off to Hill. Snaps on goal. In the goal square. Cooper stands his ground and backs his judgment. Charges forward and drives the long kick away. It's come to ground level. The big ruckman Taylor picked it up. Turned, banged it forward. Malachi Bolton, a deft pick-up. He shoved out of the way. Beard was there. Tommy Kilpatrick doing his best work in the middle of the pack. Got the kick away. It went forward and a strong grab taken by the Narrogin Hawks.
Mumby.
By Mumby, Declan Mumby. That is a big contender as well for the Sports Power Narrogin mark of the day. Great work, Tommy Kilpatrick, as well. This Narrogin Hawks team is on fire.
They are. They're full of running, and they're hungry. They're hunting Boddington, and Boddington don't have any answer at the moment, Big K.
No, absolutely not.
Plenty to talk about at half-time for Boddington, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, Mumby, it was a strong grab too.
Yeah, it's good to have Fridge back this year. I think he was out for a bit with injury.
And he
last week.
comes, and he's drilled the goal as well for the Narrogin Hawks on the Toolmart scoreboard. They do go along to 5-6, leading the Boddington Eagles 1-4 here in the second term, brought to you by Pipeline Welding and Installation. Russell Reynolds is the man, 0417 180644. And Rob, Boddington are getting a little bit shell-shocked.
They are, and it starts in the middle of the ground. They've been well and truly beaten through the middle of the ground. Their back six are under siege, and they need to lift and lift quickly. Otherwise, this game's slipping away.
Okay, and Cabalza is a big blow for him because he's such an attacking footballer off that half-back flank as well.
Yeah, he's a big loss, but you lose one, another one's got to step up.
Back to the centre, Rucks go to it, no clear knockout. Coming through, Geordie Heel, laid it out to Tom Kilpatrick. Ball was smothered off his boot a little bit by Zach Pretty. Tumbles out towards the far boundary line. Walsh laid the hand pass back doors. Ooh. Pass came in towards Geordie Heel. He was cleaned up. It's come to ground level. Scouting at ground level, Narrogin Hawks. Little shove came out. Now the kick goes from Taylor. He found Tommy Kilpatrick. He wheels around. How's the kick? It's a ripper. Mumby was in front. Couldn't quite rein it in. And great work, I think, there by player, might have been Reynolds.
Yeah, Blake Reynolds.
Great work there to Blake Reynolds. A timely fist on the ball.
Geordie Hill coming off. He's a little bit sore after that collision with Matt Gemelli.
Okay, Lanciano to take his place. Ball to be thrown in. Right forward pocket region for the Narrogin Hawks. Comes to ground level. Hand pass. Malachi Bolton's there. Bottom of the pack. Zach Pretty in there as well. Umpire blows the whistle. No easy kick in there, I can tell you. Rucks to go to it again. No clear knockout. Taken there, and a quick kick out from Salmiri, and chopped off. And Jackman, I think, is it?
Yeah.
Yep. Squares it up. Good kick it was. Casey Beard made himself available. Just floated up from half-back. Beard with the ball. Drills the kick in towards Malachi Bolton. Over the top. How's it going to land? Bowen Zaccoli was there. He couldn't quite get his hands on the ball. Little kick forward. D-Man. It was a little bit too hot for him as well. It's at ground level. Tommy Kilpatrick picks it up. Shoved it out towards Phillips. It's taken high. And the free kick will either be there or down the field. No, it's back where Declan Phillips was bundled into the ground. And he comes up with a free kick. Number 5 for the Narrogin Hawks. 5-6 they lead. 1-4 Boddington Eagles. Wiggum puts a lead in. He's going to go long over the top. Malachi Bolton. What a beautiful kick. And Malachi just floated into the forward pocket.
For a big guy, he's deceptively fast, deceptively shifty as well. He always gets open down there.
Very smart player, and I'd suggest Coach Williams has a look at making a change here on Malachi Bolton.
Well, he's not an easy man to certainly man up on as well, but perhaps Jacob Scorer.
I'll be looking at a Sam Cooper.
Sam Cooper, yeah. Yep. Well, in he comes. He's going to snap it towards goal, and it's a beautiful snap on goal. A contender, I would suggest, for the CSBP Fertilisers. Goal of the day. Check out your local agent. And on the Toolmart scoreboard, Narrogin Hawks are 6-6, leading Boddington Eagles 1-4 here in the second term. Brought to you by Pipeline Welding and Installation. Russell Reynolds is the man, 0417 180644. And Seth is getting very excited up here with Big K football.
I'm loving it up here. I'm having a great time. Maybe a little bit better than Rob, but it is so far so good.
Yeah, look, it is. They've been hard. Boddington are the hunted. So, Narrogin, they're after them and they're playing great footy. Still a long way to go in the game, but Boddington just need to improve just through the middle of the ground, I believe.
Okay, Rucks set themselves. Kilpatrick. Gee, you just read it beautifully as the big man and Taylor tried to put it down to him as well. The kick went long, Malachi Bolton. He's floating in like a ballerina almost. I don't know, it's hard to describe.
He's very light on his feet.
He's the biggest ballerina I've ever seen. And now he's got 50 metres. Well, it's all happening for him. There's magic happening in the forward line for the Narrogin Hawks.
Yeah, that was off the ball, Kev. That was an incident with Jackman and Callum Giles Morton, that high contact.
Okay, well, it's not going to be good for the Boddington Eagles because it's put Malachi Bolton directly in front. And on his last effort, you're going to write this one down as a goal.
Pretty much.
So, Bolton, he just waltzes in, very casual, and says, there you go.
Well,
okay.
Sorry, Big K, they donated that 50 metres like they were tax deductible there.
7 goals, 6 Narrogin Hawks, 1 goal, 4 Boddington Eagles here in the second term. And Narrogin are just playing a very committed game of football.
Yeah, and like I said, you know, they're hunting, and teams that are hungry and hunt are hard to beat. You know, they're playing that surge football, they play for each other. They're absolutely smashing Boddington through the middle of the ground, and you know, Boddington's back six are under siege. There's not much they can do about it, and they've just got to dig deep.
Well, here we go again. Rucks set themselves. Taylor went high. He won it down beautifully. Ground level, good work as Sherry tries to get his way out. Play on's the call. Pops over the top. Coming through was the Boddington player. Ground level, D-Man picks it up. Bangs it on his boot. Padwick from behind. Can't quite get there. Over the top, Zach Pretty. He's normally very skillful. He might have got felled afterwards as well. We've got a whistle on play. And he might come up with a free kick here, and he's not looking too fantastic either.
Yeah, I don't think, you know, it's not warranted or not called for, I believe. So, you know, Narrogin can be physical, but I think there's a line you can't cross.
He looks like it's a head-high injury, and not looking fantastic either for Zach Pretty, who's come up with a free kick, but he's still on all fours. I just might quickly add that Pipeline Welding and Installation is sponsoring the second term. Russell Reynolds. Give him a call on 0417 180 644, based down there in Boddington. And Pretty's up on his feet and looking a lot better. So,
and 50, I think, isn't it?
Okay, yep. So I didn't see exactly the incident because just trying to call the ball as it was flowing on, but he certainly got crunched as he kicked the ball.
Yeah.
And he's right to the top of the square. So they need a goal here. In comes Pretty, and he gives them that. So maybe some glimmer of hope here in the second term. 7 goals, 6 Narrogin Hawks, 2 goals, 4 to the Boddington Eagles. And let's hope they just stick at the game of footy because it's a cracking game of football, Seth.
Well, Pretty stopped the bleeding there a little bit. Finally got a goal for Boddington. So I know these guys have had each other circled on the calendars for a while. But, yeah, as Rob said, let's keep it clean and physical and fun. Yeah,
well, not easy when you're desperate to win the ball in the game as well. But ball's back to the centre once again. A glorious game of football. Looks like Wiggum's coming down for a bit of a run on the ball. For the Narrogin Hawks, pretty big, imposing fella.
He is. Wiggett's been fantastic in full forward this year, but surprised to see him in the centre. Give Greg a rest.
Okay, and Wharton's in the ruck as well, was it? It comes to ground level. Bit messy, but Jackman got his boot into the ball and sent it forward. Coming out was Jordan Hughes. Read the ball beautifully. He looks wide with the option. The kick is good as he goes out towards Blake Reynolds. Got a little bit of room if he wanted to take off. It just elects not to. Kelsall leads, ignored that. Dobson leads as well. He's going to go long. Warburton's there. No, back to Dobson. Found his target in the end. Fraser Good, a contender for the Sports Power Narrogin mark of the day. That was a good capture as well. He goes with a long kick. Wigan was there over the top. Declan Phillips almost gobbled it up. It comes to ground level. Fighting for it in the back, says the umpire. Free kick will go the way of Salmiri for the Boddington Eagles. Momentarily had Ben Sherry available. That was shut off. Salmiri comes in. Puts it long into the corridor. Pack forms. Ground level.
Oh.
Gee, big tackle on the Narrogin defender. And might have been good. It was. He was dispossessed. Umpire let it go. Now we've got a ball up some 25, 30 metres out from the Boddington goal, taken by Mack. Tried to go through the pack. The ball's been kicked out wide. Heel runs onto a quick little hand pass. Was good to Phillips. He was tackled. Play on's the call. Spills towards the boundary line. It's out of bounds. We'll have a throw in just outside of the 50-metre arc for the Boddington Eagles.
Narrogin are really impressive the way they set up behind the ball, Big K. They've always got two spare behind the ball. I'm not sure where the Boddington forwards are getting drawn up too high, but they've set up really well.
Okay, well, the ball was thrown in, went Boddington's way. Come to Kirk, that was Dylan, quickly on his boot, it went forward. Beard was there, used his body well, toe poke, charging through, was it Sherry? Goes back in, almost had his head taken off. He's going to come up with a free kick. Gee, that was coming pretty hard. Bit reckless, for sure.
Yeah, a bit careless.
That was good. Sherry plays on and does a banana kick as well to score the goal. Good kick, perhaps a contender as well for the CSBP Fertilisers goal of the day. Toolmart scoreboard, 7 goals, 6 Narrogin Hawks, 3 goals, 4 to the Boddington Eagles here in the second term. Seth Whiteford.
Well, these guys, Boddington are on a roll at the moment. Narrogin need to lock in and focus and try and stop Boddington before they get on too big of a run, I think.
Yeah, well, for a game point of view, it'd be great to see Boddington get a few more goals.
Of course, for the game point of view.
And I think Rob reckons the same as well.
Definitely.
Well, look, Boddington, last year's premiers, they've been playing a magnificent brand of football in season 2025 as well. Yep, they've copped an injury, but I think there's the sort of team that's got the resolve to somehow work their way back into the game, and Coach Rod Williams is no mug, of course.
Definitely.
Okay, they set themselves. Taylor went high, no effective knock. Geordie Hill, well, he went for a little tap back to himself. Now he's tapped it out to Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick out of the middle for the Narrogin Hawks. He went with the kick, long, Mumby in front. Ball was fished away by Reynolds. Ground level. Boddington player wrapped up in a strong tackle. Umpire says no. Give it to me, boys. It's inside the attacking 50-metre arc for the Narrogin Hawks. Poised again. Been a fantastic game of football so far. Coming through was Phillips over the top. Bowen Zakoli, recipient of the hand pass, kicked at goal. It went through for one behind. 7 goals, 7 to the Narrogin Hawks. 3 goals, 4 to the Boddington Eagles. As the ball comes back there to scorer. Jacob Scorer, not sure. Probably going to go to the far side of the over. He's going to trot out his short 10. Kick forward to Ben Sherry was good. Puts it back to Scorer. Put him under a little bit of pressure, but he got his kick away. Using his body well, Malachi Bolton. That was just brilliant football. What can you say to that? He was dancing in there. Hand pass wide. It ends up with Walsh. Has a bounce. He stares down those big sticks and drives home the goal. Great football. Narrogin Hawks, a contender as well for the CSBP Fertilisers goal of the day. Toolmart scoreboard. 8 goals, 7 to the Narrogin Hawks. 3 goals, 4 Boddington Eagles, and that was a fantastic effort by the Narrogin Hawks. Seth?
Well, it all started with Mac there, light on his toes, ducking, diving, dodging, and then
unreal
out there on the wing, and it was a great goal by Walshy as well, so fantastic all the way around.
Really was. Just so fast and strong in that situation. And they've just got their hands on the ball, Rob Kirk, the Narrogin boys, and they're effective with it.
Oh, absolutely. They've played some outstanding footy, Narrogin, and they deserve their lead. Just smarter with the ball, and like I said, they're just hunting. They're hunting Boddington, and they've got no answer at the moment.
Back to the middle it goes. Warburton in the ruck. Over the top was Taylor. Down. Beautiful play. Back out to Tommy Kilpatrick. Drills it forward. Malachi Bolton. Can he do no wrong? In the forward line for the Narrogin Hawks. Oh, my gosh. There must be 3 or 4 of them up there.
Yeah, and it's just too easy out of the middle of the ground. You know, you could be the best defender in Australia, you'd never stop that. And it was great work from their ruckman again, started that, and some quality ball use by a quality midfield.
I wonder if Mac has been told not to be jumping so early or something on, because he stopped doing it now. And it was effective what he was doing before. In comes Malachi, Bolton high, long, bomb, on goal. And goal on the board it is again for the Narrogin Hawks. Toolmart scoreboard, 9 goals, 7 to the Narrogin Hawks. Leading the Boddington Eagles, 3 goals, 4. I wouldn't have predicted this scoreline as it stands at the moment before the game, Seth.
No, definitely not. I thought it would be a little bit closer to this, but lots of footy left to be played. Boddington, like you said earlier, they have the resolve. If there's any team to potentially make a comeback here, it would definitely be them. So, footy to go.
Yeah, I wouldn't think. I think Narrogin they're just on today and they're hungry, and I don't think Boddington will have the answer at all. But you got to make it. You got to make a move on Malachi Bolton. You want to show him no respect. He'll end up with 10. He's kicked 5 already. It's time to pay him some respect.
Absolutely, he's on fire up in the forward line. Rucks set themselves once again. Taylor goes high, no effective knock. He goes back in after the ball. It's held to him. Umpire says we'll do it again, boys. Second quarter brought to you by Pipeline Welding and Installation. Russell Reynolds is the man, and a good man too. It comes down to Zach Pretty. Quick kick out of the centre, goes forward. Getting back was Tim's, always only for the ball. A tough mark it was. He goes with the raking long kick down towards Wiggum. Over the top of him, comes to ground level. Was it Kilpatrick? Pick up, and he just gets his kick away, but under pressure and dropping back. Mark has been taken in defence for the Boddington Eagles. Might have been by Hughes. Squares it up. Now with the ball was Kirk. Dylan Kirk puts it over the top. Good kick. He found Reynolds. Reynolds with the ball, and he's going to come up with 50 because he got a bit of a touch in the head as Narrogin opponent went through. Maybe to do something here. Normally a nice long kick on him as well, Blake Reynolds. He's going to go short. There's a few of them there. Dylan Kirk with the ball now. They're out at centre half forward, the Boddington Eagles.
Yeah, look at the setup, big case here. They got 2 on there, 2 back. They're actually playing 2 extra defenders.
Well, the little kick forward was excellent, and mark's been taken by Matt Gemelli for the Boddington Eagles. Well, I have been hearing good things about Duncan Sinnott, the coach for the Narrogin Hawks.
Yeah, very impressive. And that's what Boddington need to do, though. They've done it twice now. Their last 2 scoring shots is they haven't kicked it in long because they're aware of the 2 extras, so they've gone for that short option.
Yeah. Okay. Matt Gemelli. Boddington needs some goals. In he comes. Nice kick off his boot. Raking long kick. Goal on the board for the Boddington Eagles. On the Toolmart scoreboard, 9 goals, 7. Narrogin Hawks, 4 goals, 4 to the Boddington Eagles here in the second term. With me in commentary as well as Rob Kirk and Seth Whiteford. And comments on play, Seth.
Well, Boddington, they've been doing it all year. They're so patient out of the back line. Just really take their time, move the ball up, short kicks, and they got rewarded there. Obviously, the 50 metres helped them tremendously, but definitely very patient, very calculated on their attack.
Okay, the ball works its way back to the centre once again. Heel is in there. Tommy Kilpatrick's certainly been doing some fantastic things out of the centre as well. As the ruck set themselves, Warburton in the ruck opposed to Taylor. Taylor goes high, thumps the ball. 25 metres forward. Coming out was Reynolds, bundled out of the way. Mumby was at ground level, fighting hard for the ball at centre half forward. Whistle blows. We will have a ball up. It's in the Hawks forward line. In front, Warburton. Thumped on. It was good. Taken by Kirk. Quickly on his boot. Sends the ball forward. Dobson received a bad bounce. Taylor, bit of a misguided hand pass. At ground level. Picked up by Jackman. Quickly on his boot. Walsh was there. Great work. Fisted away by Geordie Hughes, though. The boundary line's close. And he lets the ball go over. And the ball to be thrown in. It's just outside the 50-metre arc for the Narrogin Hawks. Here in the second term. Liberty Rural match of the day. Warburton brings it to the front of the pack, goes in after the ball himself, shoveled it out, taken by Walsh. He looks, and Jackman was available, and he found that player as well. About 75 metres from home, probably 80. Jackman with the ball. Wigham leads, goes long. Oh, great work. Was brought down in there by Cooper at ground level, almost taken high, the Boddington defender. And the free kick will go the way of Sherry. Sherry through heavy traffic quickly gets it out to Reynolds, who receives the mark. Takes it. Looks forward. He sees Salmiri. He's going to go long. No, he's going to go short to Salmiri. Kelsall was the next man in line. Squares up inboard was good. Back to Sherry. Setting the play up for the Boddington Eagles. Drills the kick forward. Down low, Warburton marks the ball. He's on right centre wing. Can the Boddington Eagles build from here? Not too much. Big Taylor gets back. The big ruckman might be in the van for this. It's going to bounce to him. He takes possession of it. Quickly on his boots. Chopped off by Mackey's immediate opponent. Getting back. Kirk behind. Can't rake it in. His recovery was good. Turns. Bang. Snap on goal. Goal on the board for the Boddington Eagles. A contender for the CSBP Fertilisers. Goal of the day. Toolmart scoreboard. 9 goals, 7 Narrogin Hawks. 5 goals, 4 Boddington Eagles. Rob Kirk sneaking back.
Yeah, much needed goal for the Boddington Eagles. It was great work by big Sebby and Mack. You know, his opposition ruckman, virtually gave it back to him, and he just hack kicked it in, dump kicked it in, which left a one out with Luke Kirk and Casey Beard, and Luke Kirk good enough to get on his left and finish it off for a much needed goal to the Boddington Eagles.
Certainly, and great to see from the Boddington, and it was well worked from deep in defence as well. You know, they just the little kicks, they're finding their targets until they build up to give themselves that opportunity.
And that's probably the way they need to approach this, Big K, is just take the pace out. Take the pace out, stop the chaos footy, just try and use the ball.
Back to the centre they go. No clear knockout by anybody. Now Taylor over the top late. Kilpatrick was there, foxing, hunting for the ball. Coming through, knocked forward by Salmiri was great. Geordie Heel, sweeping hand pass to Phillips. He was just tripped as he went to kick. Probably best to almost play on. Oh, gee, it's... well, Phillips has got a free kick. And the mark is back there, and he's keen to get on with the job. Goes out towards Jackman, puts it out in front of him. Well, he's got a bit of good pace as well. His kicking skills are fantastic, and he's found Walsh. Walsh, outside of 50, drills it in forward. Bit of a shove in the back, play on's the call. Getting back at ground level, it was shoveled out by Reynolds over the top. Goes back to there to a player, I'm not sure, might have been Kelsall, but Cooper it was, back to Pretty. Pretty got the kick forward, ground level, foxing and coming through. It was a nice pick up by Phillips. Drives the ball long into the forward line, working hard there was Scorer. It's a pack situation, hand pass comes out to Scorer. Under pressure, he got the kick forward, but it's been chopped off. Mark's been taken down there by our player in number 18, which is Reece Hardy for the Narrogin Hawks.
Just great pressure, caused that turnover, Big K. Boddington had the ball. It was just great forward pressure from the Narrogin Hawks, and a bit of a spill kick out, and young man lining up for another goal for the Hawks.
Okay, and he comes, Reece Hardy. Well, it's a wonky kick off his boot. It stayed left, one behind only. Toolmart scoreboard, 9 goals, 8 to the Narrogin Hawks, 5 goals, 4 to the Boddington Eagles here in the second term, which the siren sounds to finish. And what a fantastic first half of football. It's been a brilliant game, but the Narrogin Hawks have certainly led the way here. 9 goals, 8 over the Boddington Eagles, and as we look at it quickly on the scoreboard, some 62 plays 34. With me in commentary this afternoon, Seth Whiteford and Rob Kirk. And Rob, to you first.
Yep.
That was a great first half of football, and the Narrogin Hawks have brought their A-grade game here today.
Absolutely, been very, very impressive, Narrogin. As we alluded, finals type pressure, and they've just absolutely smothered Boddington. They've hunted them, they've been physical, and the Boddington Eagles have had no answer. But they haven't put them away. In half time, they've thrown everything at them. And still haven't put Boddington away, so that's signs of a good side. I'm sure they'll go in and regroup, but by gee, they're very impressive. And the Gregor Taylor, I can't speak highly enough. It's the first time I've seen him play. He's an outstanding ruckman. He's definitely given Narrogin first use, and they're taking full capacity of it. And the other interesting one was Cohen Jackman. This guy's played at waffle level. He sits himself behind the ball. Not sure where his opponent actually is. I'm not sure if he's playing half back or he's starting mid then floating half back, but he sets him up behind the ball. Boddington just need to take the pace off, I believe. Just take the pace off, use the ball, hit a target, and slow it down. Because Narrogin are relying on that turnover chaos football, and Boddington just need to go in now, have a spell, readdress it, and come out and see how they go after half time.
Yeah, well spoken, and it's just a fantastic game of football on the commentary point of view. Seth Whiteford in commentary this afternoon as well. Seth, have you comments on the game?
Yeah, definitely. I think Boddington showed a lot more fight in that last little bit of the second quarter there. And it's a good sign for them. I think they can go back in and have a chat and see what they can come up with in the second half. I think it's still potential for a close finish. It's like Rob said, it's definitely not away yet. So, definitely. I'm enjoying myself. I know I get to sit up here for free, but I think I would have paid a pretty penny to have this view today.
Yeah, no, it's quite spectacular, and maybe you got a couple of goal scorers there for us at all.
Yeah, I have. So for the Narrogin Hawks, Malachi Bolton, as we alluded, just kicked 5. One apiece to Declan Mumby, Declan Phillips, Byron Blevin, and Jack Walsh, and for the Boddington Eagles, I got one apiece to Ben Sherry, Zach Pretty, Charlie Kelsall, Luke Kirk and Matt Gemelli.
Okay, well, we want to thank Pipeline Welding and Installation for sponsoring the second term. Russell Reynolds is the man, and you can contact Russell on 0417180644. This little segment was brought to you by Peter Rundle, MLA. Peter doing a fantastic job. If you need to catch up with Peter, give him a call at his Narrogin office on 988 11225. A little bit later on, we will be talking about Price's Fabrication and Steel, the Man of the Match award that they sponsor, and of course they are set up down there in Williams, and they build sheds and sell Australian-made steel. You can give those guys a call on 98309 and of course our other sponsors coming along, CSBP Fertilisers, of course, doing the goal of the day, Sports Power Narrogin doing the mark of the day, and the All Good Refund Depot and Wage and Containers for Change doing the tackle of the day, which we've seen some pretty good ones of. Liberty Rural, they bring the match to you, and of course they deliver fuel to you, your farm, anywhere else that you would like. They are agent for Shell products and lubricants. You can give Kelvin Andrews a call on 0488 678 018. Guys, we're going to take a break. There's some beautiful cakes over there, but Rob,
just got some round the ground scores, Big K. So half time at Cookham Dumyong 8 goals 5, lead Wickerpin 2 goals 4. And the quarter-time game was from Katanning. So it was Katanning 3 goals 5 to Wage and 4 goals 2.
Okay, good interesting game there as well. Okay, guys, we're going to take a break. We'll come back very soon with the big last half of football up here at Clayton Road Oval, the Narrogin Hawks, the Boddington Eagles, and it does see the Narrogin Hawks leading by 28 points.
I think this is going to be it. If these two make the grand final, I reckon it's going to
So, Norm, I'll give you a 10-second count in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, thanks, Norm. Big K football, the Liberty Rural match of the day here in downtown Narrogin at Clayton Road Oval on a glorious Sunday afternoon. The Narrogin Hawks are hosting the Boddington Eagles. And on the scoreboard, the Narrogin Hawks, 9 goals, 8, 62, leading the Boddington Eagles, 5 goals, 4, 34. And with me in commentary this afternoon, Rob Kirk and Seth Whiteford. And Rob, it's been a great first half, and we're getting set for a big second half as well.
Yeah, we are, Big K. Just before we start, we've just got some half-time scores from Williams. Williams 6-4, Brookton Pindley 3-3. Cookerandummy 8-5, Wiki 2-4, Katanning Wanderers 7-8, Wagen 5-5. So some pretty close games there. But this game's been an absolute belter to half-time. You'd swear you'd be watching a final, probably early August, the way the pace has been on and the physicality and the ball movement and the pressure. It's been an outstanding game to watch, and really looking forward to the second half, see if Narrogin can sustain it or if Boddington can settle and regroup and, make a charge at it.
Yeah, certainly. Also in commentary this afternoon is Seth Whiteford, and you're pretty happy, Seth?
I'm happy so far, Big K. I definitely will be interested to see how the guys respond after the half-time. I'm sure that they would have had two very different discussions, but like Rob said, it's definitely still plenty of time for this to be more interesting. So,
okay, well, the third quarter is going to be brought to you by Elders Real Estate in Narrogin. If you're thinking of selling or buying your home or wanting, give them a call. We'll touch on them a little bit more as we go. As the siren sounds through comes Taylor. He's going to come with a second attempt with it. Big thumping knock forward to Mumby. Tried to get the hand pass out towards Kilpatrick. Now he waits. Trying to come through was Reynolds. Oh, it's willing and tough in there. And Geordie Hill was fantastic. Phillips, a bit of sidestep back to Hill. Underground hand pass. Went forward. Was chopped off by D-Man, though. He went out towards Kelsall. No, it was the big fella in Dobson. Swung the hand pass wide. They're under a bit of pressure. Forward again, back to Dobson. He had to really search for it. It went to ground level. Now it's kicked out of the pack, goes Boddington's way. Bad bounce over the top. Sets up our man down there in Blevin. One way then the other. Byron Blevin. Big kick forward. Kelsall was there. Ground level coming through. Was it Hanson? No, it was Mummy, trying to get it out. Kick went forward. Wiggum was there. He was involved. Knocked to ground level. Under pressure. Cooper picked it up. Or was it Warburton? And the hand pass went flying out. Now, left forward pocket region for the Narrogin Hawks. Picked up by Hughes. He was shirt-fronted. And play on. No, it's kicked down the field, was it? I'm not sure. Kick goes wide. It's a dangerous kick to Scorer. He didn't let him down, though. And Jacob Scorer marks the ball. Scorer, deep in defence, throws his arms up. He's not sure which way to go. Giles Morton comes on. Kick went forward to Kelsall. Couldn't mark the ball. Hand pass went over the top from Kilpatrick. Goes back in after the ball. Wrapped up with Jackman. Got his boot on the ball. Sent it forward. Come out was Mumby. Picked it up, the big man. Hand pass over the top to Bowen Zaccoli. He's forced out of bounds by Jacob Scorer. We'll have a throw in. Some 10-15 metres around from the 50-metre mark inside the forward line for the Narrogin Hawks here in the third term. Rucks went for it. Mack thumped it down originally, picked up by Reynolds, booted the ball, sent it forward. No one's there except for our man Jackman. Cohen Jackman drilled the kick forward. Mumby lost it, maybe was Wiggum, lost it in the light in the sun. Back to the pack. Cooper was there. Bowen Zaccoli came through, missed it. Hand pass came out to Scorer. Under pressure, the kick forward to Giles Morton was good. In defence, just inside his defensive 50-metre arc. Under pressure, Boddington here early in the third term. Oh, we got another whistle on play.
No blood rule.
And Matt Gemelli, he's got a copped one above his right eye. Might have been just as well because he gets to have his kick again.
Boddington made a move. Big K. Sam Cooper's gone on to Malachi Bolton.
Okay, so that's Going to be so interesting to see how we go there. Cooper is a pretty hard man too, good footballer.
Probably the best fullback in the comp, Big K. How he's not in the landmark squad is beyond me.
Okay, well, the kick come in long and strong. No one touches the ball. It hits the ground. Geordie heels over the top, slips, and he's going to get a free kick for a trip. And Geordie heel for the Narrogin Hawks. They've got a few options too. A lot of yelling. He looks forward. He's going to go with the long kick to the right forward pocket. Coming out was a Wigham. In front, couldn't capture the ball. That was Mumby. Round level, Malachi Bolton. Well, he can do anything. Went towards Phillips. Just kicked it inboards. Coming through was Sam Cooper. Just took it. Hit the ground running, did the big fella. Drove it long. Put it out wide. But getting back and running onto it was Timms. Collects the ball. Delivers towards Phillips. Went high. Couldn't touch the ball or mark the ball. Picked up and great work by Sherry. Gets his little kick inboard to Kirk. Dylan Kirk with the ball. Looks towards centre half. Luke Kirk in front. Strong grab. Marks it just outside of 50. Boddington building here. He turns. Little chip forward. Just went it very low to Padwick. He's under all sorts of pressure. He's been pinged for a throw. And a free kick goes the way of our man down there, number 5, Declan Phillips, for the Narrogin Hawks. Phillips goes with a kick wide to Walsh. Walsh still in his defensive 50-metre arc. Goes with the wide kick long. Chevelle was underneath it. Couldn't mark the ball. 2-on-1 situation. And it's picked up and a quick hand pass went flying out by Hughes, was it? Kick went forward to Boddington's forward line. Warburton down low. Couldn't quite dig it up. Might have given away the free kick as well. And coming up with the kick is Timms in defence for the Narrogin Hawks. Played a solid game.
He has. They just can't quite hit their targets at the moment, Boddington, but using the ball a lot better.
Oh, he found Tommy Kilpatrick on his own. Kilpatrick, still the defensive side of the centre line. He's going to go with the long. No, he's going to take on Sherry in front. That's pretty hard to do as well. Kick went forward was good, and he found the big ruckman and Taylor. Greg Taylor played a very good game. His kick was wide and good. Found Walsh. Left half forward flank. Narrogin Hawks. He's going to go with a thumping kick. No more. Just put it into the corridor. It was good. But coming out, nice mark taken in defence for the Boddington Eagles by Reynolds. Being strong. Blake Reynolds has the ball. Looks towards right centre wing. Goes for the little chip pass. Kick forward was good. Hughes it might be.
Yep, Geordie Hughes.
Old Geordie. The ever reliable Geordie Hughes. And he goes back to Jacob Scorer. Boddington keeping possession. Slowing the game down. Another little kick forward was good to Dobson. Dobson, here's a little kick, dangerous, but Pretty's on the end of it. Play on's the call. Didn't quite complete the mark. Went out and finishes up with Reynolds. His kick wide was good. Giles Morton marks the ball. Left foot was ugly. Went forward. Warburton, he's going to run into trouble. He's wrapped up in a big tackle. Play on's the call. He did shove it out. Ground level. Tommy Kilpatrick weaving. Got the hand pass forward to Phillips. Phillips forced on his right boot. He goes forward. How's it going to bounce? Running on it with Jackman. Had his head taken off. Time to put the ball on the boot. Into the corridor, and Wigham was in front. And marks on his chest for the Narrogin Hawks.
Beautiful by Cohen there. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Great work. Tommy Kilpatrick and co.
And poor turnover. Big K started all that, and poor turnover.
Just
from
a bad
Boddington.
kick, wasn't it?
Yeah, just a shocking kick. And it cost you. Good sides will punish you, and that's exactly what Will Wiggett's about to do.
So, Wiggett, always the best position is in front in the forward line. Only a couple of steps. Nice kick off his boot, straight as you like, through the middle. Toolmart scoreboard. 10 goals, 8 to the Narrogin Hawks, 5 goals, 4 to the Boddington Eagles. Seth Whiteford in commentary.
Well, that goal broke it up a little bit, Big K. I think both teams looking a little rushed at the moment, just working it up the field nicely and then turning it over in the 50. But finally, we get able to I guess, slow it down and then get a goal on the board for Narrogin there.
Okay, well, our third quarter is, if you're thinking of selling or buying your home or wanting an appraisal, ring your local specialists at Elders Real Estate Narrogin. Ali Sinnott is available. Give her a call on 0418 783 917. That's Elders Real Estate in Narrogin. Back to the centre. Oh, Taylor easily down to heel, under pressure. Oh, hand pass over the top to Tommy Kilpatrick. Runs like anything and drives the long kick into the forward line. One behind. Wowee. Imagine if that went through the middle. It would have been a fantastic goal. On the Tilmart scoreboard, 10 goals 9. Narrogin Hawks 5 goals 4. Boddington Eagles here in the third term. It's not getting any easier for the Boddington Eagles. The kick went in and Giles Morton just touched it. So a throw in just outside their defensive 50-metre arc. The Eagles under pressure. Rucks to set themselves. Taylor over the top, dominant. Oh, straight to Malachi Bolton. Bang on his boot, off hands. Matt Sherry was there.
That would have been nice.
And one behind only, 10 goals 10 to the Narrogin Hawks. 5 goals 4. Boddington Eagles, third term. Jacob scorer, well, no, the boundary umpire is going to get the ball for him, which is great. Fantastic day for football, and the oval here looks quite magnificent as well. Here at Clayton Road, in the Liberty Rural match of the day, 50 metres. Bit to do in there. Did you see what was going on, boys?
Yeah, a few jumper punches thrown, Big K, but yeah. That happens on a footy field.
Yep. Temper's getting a little bit heated. Jacob scorer in the centre of the ground now for the Boddington Eagles. Well, maybe they can capitalise on it. Scorer with the ball. Goes for the short kick. It was good to Reynolds. He has the ball. He looks forward. He sees Padwick. He's looking for him. Drives the kick out. It's well weighted, but coming through was Jackman. It comes to picked up by Padwick, though. He does well. It's a high kick into the corridor. Kelsall was there. Ground level. Luke Kirk taken high, and he comes up with a free kick for the Boddington Eagles. Okay. A little bit to do afterwards, but Luke Kirk with the ball. And he'll be kicking from some 35 metres out from goal. Goal scoring opportunity here for the Boddington Eagles.
And a much needed one, Big K. Just to stop a little bit of the bleeding, but yeah, goal for goal.
Okay, well, in paces Luke Kirk. Beautiful kick off his boot. Straight through the middle. Goal on the board. Tilmart scoreboard 10 goals 10. Narrogin Hawks 6 goals 4 to the Boddington Eagles here in the third term. And it's brought to you by Elders Real Estate in Narrogin. Ali Sinnott is the contact. 0418 783 917. Few more goals like that, I'd suggest, Rob.
Yeah, absolutely. And come on, not sure. I just saw a little bit of a ruckus in the middle of the ground there, so maybe just a little bit of ill discipline from Narrogin. But, Boddington needed that goal, and, yeah, if they can counter-punch and slowly wear Narrogin down, who knows?
Okay, the Hawks, well, they've sort of still continued on with that same pressure, haven't they, as well, Seth, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. The Hawks have been in their chest like bronchitis so far, so definitely should keep that up and see how much longer they can do it for.
Okay, well, the ball's back to the centre. They set themselves. They fly high. Gee whiz, big knock by Taylor. 35 metres, I'd suggest. Kelsall runs onto it, though. Drills the kick forward. In front. Knocking forward was player. Was it Tim's? Not sure. Went to ground level. Pack forms. It's pretty desperate out there and willing. Umpire blows the whistle.
Will Graham, I think that was.
Will Graham it was. And we'll have a ball up. On the centre line. Big knock by Taylor before, and another big knock by him, quite dominant, straight to Kelsall. Yeah. Is he going to get his kick in? He did, as Walsh rushed him. Kick went forward. Timms was there, left it behind. Little hand pass again, came out towards Timms. He's wrapped up in a very good tackle as well. Hit the deck, out of bounds.
Timsy won't like that one.
Tempers are flared a little bit on the far side of the oval as well. And waiting for the ball to be thrown in. It's on the right half forward flank for the Boddington Eagles. Taylor certainly getting some big knocks in the ruck. Caught behind, over the top, came to Dylan Kirk, quick hand pass, comes out to D-Man now, on his boot, he sends it forward, ground level. Blevin was there, coming out was Padwick, head down, charging forward was the defender for the Narrogin Hawks.
Sam Moyer.
Sam Moyer, number 29. They set themselves. No clear knock. Quick kick, might have been from Salmiri, went forward. Byron Brevin, good pickup. Had the ball smothered off his boot though. Now it's taken by Hughes, sweeping hand pass, goes back doors to Timms, places it out towards Tommy Kilpatrick. It sits for him, 2-on-1 situation. Kilpatrick, desperate, threw the ball out, ground level, trying to come through, was scorer, did well, sees the ball out of bounds. And we'll have a throw in.
One there, not bad.
Yep, left half forward flank for the Boddington Eagles. Been a very impressive display thus far by the Narrogin Hawks defence.
Not so much from the boundary umpire.
Well,
Jack Lambo will hear about that one.
certainly
Best believe Lambo will be hearing about that one for a while.
And again.
Not a great.
wasn't the best, and he must have had a look where Taylor was because it went straight to him. It comes back over the top to him. Taylor, how's the kick? Oh, Kelso's right on, tried to rake it in. Ground level. Lanciano was there. Also coming in was a good solid tackle. Might have been Chevelle, maybe.
Yeah, Lanciano and Silk, Max Chevelle teaming up there.
Okay, so we've got a ball up directly in front of the commentary box here at Clayton Road Oval. 10 goals 10 to 6 goals 4. Hawks in front. Mac did well. Knocked down to Sherry. Bit of aerial ping pong almost. Ground level. Charging. Running. Toe poke through the pack. Almost sets up Dobson. He picks it up. Quick hand pass under pressure. Didn't find anybody. Now Dylan Kirk went after the ball. All taken high from mine was Warburton. Play on's the call. Back ground level. It's popped out by Dobson. D-Man was there. He was shoved out the way by Bowen Zaccoli. Under pressure over the top. Taken by Jared Salmiri. Swung the hand pass forward to Ben Sherry. Created a bit of time for himself, Sherry. Kick forward, but Timms is underneath it.
Tim's
Boddington
everywhere.
just under pressure as they're going forward, Seth.
Yeah, Timsy's everywhere back there, mate.
Kick went out to Walsh. Deft little kick forward was good. Found a player there, number 18, I reckon it is, and Hardy perhaps. Hardy goes with a kick, hugs the boundary. It was long getting back and beautifully read by Jacob Scorer for the Boddington Eagles. Scorer drills the pass, but he went straight to Jack Walsh. Just some of the skills are letting them down.
Yep.
Walsh thumps a long one, Wiggum in front, but standing his ground. A nice mark taken by Kelsall in defence for the Boddington Eagles. Kelsall switches play, he goes wide out towards Jacob Scorer. Scorer thumps the long one in. It's a good kick to Salmiri. Right half forward flank. Salmiri with the ball. He hugs the boundary line. It's a long kick. Getting back was Timms, though. He just read it beautifully. Not too much of a target to kick to. And he goes with the kick out. Taylor left it behind, ground level. Dylan Kirk was a nice pick-up.
That's a better
kick to the corridor. Padwick was there, almost gobbled the mark up, and he's paid. He scooped it up on the second attempt by the looks of it. And that was a good mark, perhaps a contender for the Sports Power Narrogin mark of the day.
Yeah, just better use of the footy too. Just gives your forwards an advantage if you can, get it out in front or to the side. There's been some poor entries from Boddington. They're probably their own worst enemy this quarter, the way they're using the ball into their forward 50. But that was just a bit smarter, and Lloyd Padwick should go back and finish this goal.
Okay, in he comes. Low trajectory kick and off to the left. It's just not happening for Boddington today, I can tell you that. 10 goals 10. Narrogin Hawks, 6 goals 5 to the Boddington Eagles here in the third term. If you think about selling your house, certainly give Elders Real Estate Narrogin a call. Ali Sinnott is the contact, 0418 783 917. Out of defence, I think it was Beard with the ball. Went long, Dylan Kirk over the top. Beautiful grab. It was a contender for the Sports Power Narrogin mark of the day as well. Found its target down low and wheeling around, and a beautiful little kick forward. It went from Jared Salmiri, and he found his target as well. Boddington suddenly looking a little bit better as Dobson is on the end of it.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty important, Kev. Just don't play chaos footy. Boddington just needs to be smart, slow the ball down. Usually their skills are really, really high quality, and you just need to take the pace out, because I think Narrogin are feeding off that. They like the chaos, quick run from their back half.
Well, Dobson, he steered it through. Goal on the board for the Boddington Eagles. 10 goals 10, Narrogin Hawks 7 goals 5 to the Boddington Eagles, and they're just hovering back there, the Eagles, and we know they're a good team. They've been outplayed thus far, but maybe is it time that the Eagles can get their act together, Seth?
Well, certainly not out of it. As I've been saying, these guys, their patience, their patented patience, Boddington just slow it down and move it, work it together, and then they'll keep getting opportunities like that one there. Contrary to the goal, though, Brad Timms, my favourite player, he's been playing unreal, in my opinion. I think he's everywhere in the defence.
Okay, the ball's back to the middle. Exciting times right now here in the third term. Ruck set themselves. Taylor, an imposing figure. They fly high, no clear knockout. It's alive in the centre of the ground. Warburton over the top, picks it up, shoved it out towards Kirk, Dylan Kirk. Boot on ball, Dobson was there. Turning, he's charging back the big man. It's set up for a 2-on-1 situation. Did well to kick it out towards the D-man. Can he pick it up? He does. Hand pass, forward, under pressure. Great defensive work from this Narrogin Hawks defence. Get the binoculars out. It was kicked out forward. Dylan Kirk was there. Nice pick up. Tried to shrug the tackle. Got it away, and he's been taken high. And Dylan Kirk to come up with a free kick for the Boddington Eagles. And he's a little bit slow to get up off the ground as well. Feeling the effects of a bit of muscle from the Narrogin Hawks. Okay, he's on the right half forward flank. Can be a very damaging player. Very skillful player. Dylan Kirk drills that in. That's beautiful. Padwick on the long lead. He's dug it up. And he's well within scoring zone for Lloyd Padwick, but it would take one of his very best kicks, I think, Rob.
Well, I think it will today, Kev, because his kicking's been, quite off a little bit today. He has not quite struck the ball as well as he would hope, but Lloyd Padwick only needs an opportunity from outside 50, and I'm sure he'll give it everything.
Well, in he comes, Lloyd Padwick. He's going to kick from about 55 metres out. Thumping long kick. Cleared all and sundry, but not accurate, one behind only. 10 goals, 10 Narrogin Hawks, 7 goals, 6 to the Boddington Eagles here in the third term of the Liberty Rural match of the day.
Yet to kick a goal, Lloyd Padwick.
Well, very unusual, and I've got a feeling he'll kick one by the time the day's out, perhaps. The big long kick by Timms to Bolton. Gee, that was magical. Malachi Bolton. What an impressive player. What an imposing figure called to play on. Got the kick high, out towards the wing. Underneath it was Reynolds. Got his fist into the ball. Kilpatrick. Beautiful pick-up out of the pack. Runs his full 10. Chips it over the top. We're looking for Mumby. Had the ball fisted away by Warburton. Out of bounds. We'll have a throw in deep in the right full forward pocket region for the Narrogin Hawks. Seth.
Yeah, that was Taylor, I think. Big Greg was down there in the full forward.
Oh, was it? Okay. Well, the ball thrown in. One down the front by Warburton. That was on, and Gemelli got his boot into the ball and sent it away. It tumbles out towards the far side. Getting back and charging back. Was it Hardy? It's at ground level. Walsh was there. D-Man was there. Out of bounds. And we'll have a throw in.
Great defence there.
Left half forward flank.
Yeah, great work from young D. He had 2 players to beat, and he was smart enough to get that out.
Okay, ball to be thrown in. Far side of the oval. Left half forward flank for the Boddington Eagles. Back of the pack. Ground level. Kilpatrick was good. And a quick kick into the forward line. In front was Wigham. Almost raked it down one-handed. Back of the pack. Little hand pass went out towards scorer. Underground. It ended up with Jack Walsh. He sent it straight back to where it come from. Bit of a shove. It's still live in the forward line. Coming out and running hard was Sherry. That was Matt. The kick was ugly. And Max Chevelle was wrapped up in a big tackle.
Great.
Holding the ball, says the umpire. and coming up was Giles Morton for the Boddington Eagles with an all-good refund depot wage and tackle of the day. The kick went forward and Reynolds is on the end of it. Blake Reynolds in defence, not sure which way to go. Well, now he's called to kick. A long kick. Mac flies high, hands on the shoulder though, and he's going to give away the free kick. Just went a little bit too early, fellas.
Yeah.
He knew the camera was here. Going for mark of the day.
Tried to put on a show for us today.
And Timms to come up with the free kick. After all that, yep. Knew where the angle was. Bradley Timms.
Maybe a new profile picture he was looking for there.
Oh, that's a nice bit of work by Cooper. Put Malachi Bolton out of the way and mark the ball on his chest.
Good player, this fella.
Great defensive mark it was. And the kick was long and strong. Mark's been taken out there. It was excellent. And that was by Kelsall, I think.
Jeez.
Gee, it was a woeful kick off his boot. Gee, they just haven't got their kicking boots on, have they? As the kick came in board beautifully. Dropping it was a player, was Graham, I think. Hand pass over the top. No, it was Mumby. Kick goes back in now, out wide. Getting out there was Salmiri. Can't keep it in, though. It's out of bounds. We'll have a throw-in on the far side of the oval. And Cooper, and he's not in the Upper Great Southern team at this point
I didn't see him. No, I just had a look in the budget. He's not in the squad, but yeah, his form this year's been outstanding. He's the sides that I've seen this year, Big K. He's clearly the best fullback in the comp.
Okay. All right, well, remain to see what happens over the top. Taken by Phillips now off the pack. Phillips, he drives the ball long. Scorer sets himself. Oh, wow. Mumby in front. He snared it. A contender as well for the Sports Power Narrogin mark of the day. Off to Tommy Kilpatrick. One way, then the other. Bowen Zaccoli had the ball smothered with his hand pass. Tommy Kilpatrick, toe poke before. Reynolds grabs it. He's pulled to the ground. Umpire says, give it to me, boys. We'll have a ball up 35 metres out from the Narrogin Hawks goal.
Well, Mumby had to redeem himself after dropping that easy one, and I safe to say I think he did.
Okay, well, they set themselves again. No clear knock. Warburton maybe got the best of it. It's a ground level. Bit of a shovel taken high. It's ground level, and a free kick's been picked out, and it is going to go the way of the Narrogin Hawks.
This is D5, I think.
To Phillips.
Declan. Yep.
No, yep. So, just taking a bit high. He's holding his jaw. Some sore heads out there today in this game.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rob.
No, that's all right. He's on the right side for a left footer. And it's going to be right behind this kick, Big K, so...
Okay. He's a good footballer, Declan Phillips.
Absolutely.
And, yep, put everything lined up. He's going to just pace in across the 50-metre mark, as indeed the siren is going to sound. In comes Phillips. Kick off his boot is to the right. One behind only. Toolmart scoreboard. Narrogin Hawks, 10 goals, 11, leading the Boddington Eagles, 7 goals, 6 at the end of the third term. And we want to thank Elders Real Estate in Narrogin for that, and Ali Sinnott. Give her a call on 0418 783 917. With me in commentary this afternoon, Rob Kirk and Seth Whiteford. Rob Kirk, third quarter, we've seen the Boddington Eagles put on a couple of goals, and the Narrogin Hawks only one in the third term.
Yeah, it was just a good honest slog, wasn't it, the third quarter? But I thought Boddington, like I said, I think they overcooked the footy. Their kicking going inside forward 50 was pretty ordinary. The ones they did get right, they actually scored. So, they just slowed the ball down, started to move the ball a bit better, started to hit their targets, through the middle of the ground. But it was just their forward entries that probably let them down a little bit. And, the margin could be a bit closer. But Narrogin, take nothing away from them. They never took their foot off the pedal, and they kept after the hunt and through the middle of the ground. But, I thought it was a much more even quarter. And the scoreboard reflects that. Narrogin have got a bit of a buffer, so... Like I said, it alluded to at the start of the game, it'll be see who the fittest side is. Boddington can get it right, going inside forward 50, get the first couple early, puts the pressure back on Narrogin. So it'll be interesting to see how this last quarter unfolds. Big K?
Yeah, certainly will. And Seth Whiteford in commentary with Big K Footy today. Seth, you're pretty happy. The Narrogin Hawks are in front. We are going into the last quarter. Are you still happy with the game?
I'm still happy. I definitely am still happy. Boddington showed a lot more fight there in that one. Definitely not out of it yet, but I mean... Narrogin have a nice cushion, and if Boddington keep playing the way they did that quarter, we're on track for an instant classic, I think, Big K.
Okay, good stuff. And Rob Kirk, you might have a few goal scorers there, just to only a few goals added in that third term.
Yes, I have. So Malachi Bolton didn't kick a goal that quarter, so he's still on 5 and got one apiece to Will Wiggett, Declan Mumby, Declan Phillips, Byron Blevin and Jack Walsh for Narrogin. And for Boddington, we've got 2 to Luke Kirk, 1 to Matt Jamali, 1 to Mitchell Dobson, 1 to Charlie Kelsall, 1 to Zach Pretty and 1 to Ben Sherry.
Okay, good stuff. And, we're all set for a big last quarter here in the Liberty Rural match of the day. You can give Kelvin Andrews a call there on 0488 678 018, delivering a beautiful price fuel to your doorstep. And also want to thank, of course, Peter Rundle, MLA. If you want to get in touch with Peter, give him a call at the Narrogin office on 98811225. A little bit later on, we'll be looking at Price's Fabrication and Steel, doing the Man of the Match award today, as they do each and every week. So I'll have to be thinking about that and checking out that last quarter for the best player out there. And Rob, you've got a bit more info.
Yeah, just a full-time score from Bunbury. North Melbourne over the top of the West Coast Eagles by 10 points. Which I don't think Norm's real impressed about. And a three-quarter time from Cookeran. It's Cookeran-Dumyoung 9-7, Wickerpin 7 goals at 11. So nice, tight little contest there.
Okay, good stuff. Well, guys, we'll take a quick break up here at Narrogin and come back very soon with the last quarter of the Liberty Rural match of the day.
Started, have you?
We have.
We're waiting for you, Big K.
Oh, goodness me. Okay, Norm, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm puffing already. Okay, last quarter's away, and Big K was caught short. So, ball to be thrown in. Just still trying to get organised here. Last quarter is brought to you by GB Gillespie and Sons Steel Fabricators. We'll talk about them as we go. Ball thrown in Boddington's forward line, right deep in as well. Ground level, picked up by Casey Beard, quickly on his boots. Sent it forward. Almost kept in, but rolled out of bounds. We'll have a throw in just outside the attacking 50-metre mark for the Boddington Eagles. I think it was Hardy for the Hawks. Okay, ball thrown in. Mack was in front. Won it down to ground level. Almost going through was Gemelli. It came back to Mack. It's on his boot. It's in the corridor. Big fly down there by Kirk. Knocked to the side of the pack. Running after it was Good. Knocked the ball forward, getting across. Phillips was there, bundled out of the way. Great work as it's shoveled forward. Boddington with an opportunity here. A banana kick on goal by Giles Morton hits the post. Would have been an unbelievable goal had he got it. And it's one behind only to searching for the biro. 10 goals 11 Narrogin Hawks, 7 goals 7 to the Boddington Eagles. Ball has been brought back in while riding. It's still pumping. Comes now to Gemelli. It's a high kick. Inside the attacking 50-metre arc. Big pack. Crash to the ground. Taken by Beard. He emerges. Sees a target out wide. Goes with the kick. Tumbles out there. Coming out was Dobson. Big and strong. Tries to shrug the tackle. Hand pass to D-Man. Intercepting. Great work by Anton Hansen. Ball's gone out of bounds. We'll have a throw in. And Boddington Eagles are attacking here early in this last term, Rob.
Yeah, they are. And I don't think that Boddington full forward were very happy with young Giles Morton. He was on his own in the square and he went for the check side. So I think if they can get it right, they'll be right back in this game, Big K.
Okay, well, they're fired up. D-Man's there. Good capture. Under pressure, though. Plenty of Hawks players around the ball. Big Taylor gets his boot into the ball. Bowen Zaccoli keeps the ball alive. In front of him, Reynolds was there. Another toe poke. Sends the ball 50 metres down the field. Coming down was Wiggum. Nice pick up by the big man. Out to Walsh. Walsh looks forward. Bolton, free in front, takes the grab.
Unreal.
A big contender as well. For the Sports Power Narrogin mark of the day. Narrogin Hawks. That's top footy. Seth Whiteford in commentary as well. Seth?
I mean, Malachi's got soft hands, soft feet. Is this his
soft heart as well?
I mean, this is his sixth. We might as well build the man a statue.
Here he comes. Malachi Bolton. Goal umpire does not move.
Beautiful.
Goal on the board, Narrogin Hawks.
Red hot.
Toolmart scoreboard. 11 goals 11 to the Narrogin Hawks. 7 goals 7. Boddington Eagles here in the last quarter. And Boddington were attacking and pressing, and all of a sudden the Narrogin Hawks, bang, out of defence, Rob.
Yeah, and they did, and I don't think Sam Cooper's real impressed with that decision because I think he had a fair chuck of that first, which you can't overturn the umpire, so he's got to get on with it. But yes, Boddington couldn't quite capitalise on their good early start.
Okay, well, central umpire sorting stuff out. GB Gillespie and Sons, steel fabrications capable of rolling material to the most complex of specifications. Call Gary on 98839 221. Rob, what's happening out there?
Well, I don't know. Something to do with the 666, is it? Or is there a free kick off the ball in the back 50? They remonstrated with Sam Cooper. And it was a free kick paid in the middle of the ground, Big K.
Okay, well, Ben Sherry's got the free kick. Long and strong, and Warburton was in front. It was a good lead. He's marked it, and he's off like a jackrabbit. Bang, he looked at the goals, and he put it straight out of bounds on the full. Oh, Troy Warburton.
Might have to file a missing persons for that.
Oh, mate, he could have done a little bit better. He done everything right.
I think it summed up Boddington's kicking all day, to be fair.
Okay, Casey Beer comes back to Troy. No, the back of the pack was our man in Hill. So, Geordie Hill, just shy of the left half back flank. Oh, only a couple of steps. Thumps the long kick in, coming out. Oh, and a nice grab by Jacqueline Mumby. Contender for the Sports Power Narrogin mark of the day. Mumby drives the kick forward. It's a ripper too as he goes forward and finds Tommy Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick sees Malachi Bolton on the lead.
Not again.
And bang, strong grab. Oh, Malachi Bolton, I tell you what a target.
Great target.
Big target too.
Not much you can do about that as a defender. That was just a great kick.
Yeah, good play, Narrogin Hawks. There's no two ways about it. Boddington had their opportunities, but they're just not able to score, Rob.
Yep, you can't butcher the footy and expect to kick goals. And that's the difference. Narrogin are hitting their targets. They're a lot more elite with the ball, and, they deserve to be in front.
Okay, well, I think Malachi loves kicking goals too. In he comes. Kick off his boot. Long, strong, straight. Goal on the board, Narrogin Hawks. They're celebrating on the Toolmart scoreboard. 12 goals, 11 Narrogin Hawks, 7 goals, 7. Boddington Eagles, and this last quarter is brought to you by GB Gillespie and Sons. Steel fabrications capable of rolling material to the most complex of specifications. Give Gary a call, 988 39 221. Seth.
I mean, that was Malachi's 7th. That makes it 15 goals in 2 games. He's got a red-hot boot at the moment. It's a work of art what he's doing down there. You can hang it in the laveur. It's unreal what he's doing today.
Well, he's in very, very good touch, that's for sure. Rucks go to it. They both crashed into each other. Gemelli not giving up the ghost just yet. Goes with a kick forward. That's a nice reach.
My favourite player.
Yep, and a good mark to Timms as he drives the ball out. Goes to right centre wing. Ben Sherry, he's wrapped up in a strong tackle, brought down. Umpire says, give it to me. And I think that's also a contender for the Sports Power Narrogin Mark of the Day to Bradley Timms as well. But there's been a few of them today, that's for sure, and one rip snorter, of course.
Yeah, early in the first quarter.
Yeah, so Rucks again set themselves. Mac went high, but I think Taylor still got the best of it. At ground level, they head towards the boundary line. It's going to be too close. Declan Phillips was there. He's bundled over. He's not happy about that either. And Dylan Kirk's certainly getting a little bit of a shake-up about it. Bit of an elbow here and there. And umpire says, cool it, boys. Play football. You're in the last quarter. So they sort themselves out, and we'll have a throw in shortly. Taking their time over there a little bit. Mac caught behind. He got his fist into the ball and knocked it forward. Phillips is there. Toe poke forward. Warburton tried to collect it. He's going to come up with a free kick, I think.
Yeah, it's well played by Troy Warby.
Yep, didn't take possession of the ball. He
Yep.
got tackled.
Not a bad
His kick was
though.
terrible.
God.
Timms has just read it beautifully. Played a great game of defence all day. Swings the long hand pass. It was good as he went forward to Byron Blevin. Blevin drills the long kick. Gee, a big collision down there. Kelso was in front. Ground level. Picked up, and a hand pass out was by Bowen Zaccoli over the top, taken by Salmiri, under pressure, hand pass on again from Kirk, went to Sherry, sideways, found D-Man, broke the tackle, little hand pass to Gemelli, he's in heavy traffic, he turns, and they kick it straight to Timms. He's a ball magnet in defence.
He might walk away with a bit of leather poisoning as well.
Goes with a kick. Anton Hansen underneath it for the Hawks. He marks. He goes wide. Walsh, who's played a very serviceable game today as well. Jack Walsh on right centre wing. He drives a sweeping long kick. Kilpatrick's there. Just waits. He takes possession. No, he doesn't. Gets tackled. Goes in after the ball. Backs out like a crab out of a crab hole as he goes back doors again. Gets the kick forward underground. It's chopped off in defence by the Boddington Eagles though. And the kick far side of the ground, it tumbles. Graham's there. Can't take possession of the ball. Zach Pretty tries to keep the ball alive. It's gone out of bounds. And we'll have a throw-in on the far side of the oval.
Haven't seen much of Zach Pretty today, Big K.
He got a good shake-up early,
did.
back, bang in the head, and
I'd say he might, yeah.
he might have been rested up a little bit. And anyway, it was one down once again by Taylor, front of the pack. Quick kick out of the pack goes Narrogin Hawks' way. Underneath it was Dobson, strong mark. Just takes off, drives a long kick.
Straight to
Timms is
Narrogin.
underneath it. Can't mark it this time. Back of the pack. Beard left it behind. Ground level. Nice pick-up. Coming charging out there. I think it was a player in Hardy. Delivered the ball out wide. Right half forward flank. Broken up again by the Boddington Eagles. The kick goes back in. Getting back. And a bad bounce over the head was from Good. And this time it's taken by the Eagles. Didn't see who it was. He went long. Padwick was caught behind. His recovery is great. Poise. He looks into the corridor, delivers the kick, but Casey Beard intercepts and marks the ball for the Narrogin Hawks.
Good pressure by Timsy again there.
Casey Beard. His little kick was wide and good. Hardy, I think, is on the end of it. With the ball. Thumps the long kick too. Boy, good body work down there. Play on's the call from the umpire. What in the play? I think it was Dobson.
Yes. Mitch Dobson getting
Yep.
up, shaking his head as well.
Yep, certainly strong built. Rucks again. Go to it. Hand pass. Sherry. Hand pass over the top. Kelsall. Nice manoeuvre. Gets his boot into the ball. Managed to get it forward to Kirk. That was Dylan. Quick hand pass to Pretty. Lays it back wide to Salmiri. Thumped late.
Oh.
And it's going to be a kick down the field by Byron Blevin. That's a tough. Well, it was a tough call, really. I mean, he was sort of committed.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Luke Kirk comes up with the free kick for the Boddington Eagles. Well, they need this goal and about another 5 more. Luke Kirk, in he comes. Normally a pretty good kick too. Off his boot. That looks very good. Pretty sure it's a goal on the board for the Boddington Eagles. 2-mark scoreboard. 12 goals, 11 to the Hawks. 8 goals, 7 to the Boddington Eagles. Seth Whitefoot in commentary with Big K Football this afternoon. Seth, you've been special commenting beside me with a smile on your face for most of the day.
I'm in a good mood, I can't lie. It's looking like it might be a pretty good win for Hawks here. Still a little bit to go in the fourth.
Thinking of tonight, are you? And,
maybe, mate. I don't want to give away too much of the plans tonight, but that was a great goal by Kirky anyway. But
it was. And the game is not over. So
that's true. That is true.
Boddington Eagles got some quality players out there. Make no doubt about that. Okay, back to the centre they go. They fly high. Taylor won it down. Taken high was a player in Salmiri, and he's going to come up with a free kick for the Eagles. He looks forward. It's a good kick too. Timsy, that was inspirational football. Bradley Timms to Bowen Zakoli. Now it ends up. It's over the top of everybody. Tumbles towards the goal face. Malachi Bond, I've never seen him run so fast. It's towards the left forward pocket. Down level. Scorer. Got the hand pass out. Wiggum tried to go through. He's going to come up with a free kick. Oh, it was T.D. Touchwood, but it was there, I guess. And Wiggum to come up with the free kick for the Narrogin Hawks. You just can't grab them if they haven't got the ball.
This is definitely in Will's arsenal here.
Okay, well, I think this would well and truly sort the game out if he drills this one home. Our man there, and Will Wiggett. Wiggle it, jiggle it. Will. Here he comes. There's a trotter called that, actually. Okay, in he comes. The kick off his boot stays left, one behind. 12 goals, 12 to the Narrogin Hawks, leading Boddington Eagles. 8 goals, 7 here in the last quarter, brought to you by GB Gillespie and Sons in Boddington. Give Gary a call, 988 39 221. The kick in to Jamelli was good. Jamelli attacking. Drives that long kick. Jackman was there from the side. Tim's nearly raked it in. Played a big game today. Quick hand pass popped out towards Taylor. He lays it off. And a nice little kick forward went to Hardy. Down the field further, broken up once again by Jamelli. Went for the top. Payday driving it long. Casey Beard waits for it.
Hawks boys everywhere.
Pops it outside. Hanson's out there. Oh, a bad bounce, and it might set up the player there for Boddington. Got the kick forward, was good. On the end of it was Padwick, and he got the kick forward, but Casey Beard just intercept beautifully. It goes to Jackman with the kick. Jackman just puts it out wide to Phillips. Declan Phillips charges out of defence, has a bounce. Left foot, drills it forward to Taylor. Happy to receive it. Hand pass over the top, almost looked like netball. Went with a kick forward, it was good. Bowen Zakoli lays it off. No, that was Lanciano, laid it off. Kick from Phillips, went long and forward.
Beautiful work by Declan there.
And Wiggum was under it.
Declan following up the ball every single pass he made just then.
Yeah, no, very good football.
Narrogin Hawks moving the olive, fantastic.
Playing with a lot of belief. They have done all day, haven't they, the Narrogin Hawks?
Definitely.
So, Wiggum. And he comes. Can he do better this time? Bit more of an angle. Oh, it's a nice kick off the boot. He's across the face, and Malachi Bolton.
Who else?
He's unbeatable in the goal square. Well, and stands there, and just a tower of strength is Malachi Bolton. That was a good capture. And what a target he's been.
This will make 8 if he kicks this one. 8 and
well, he's going to banana kick it through anyway. No, and he's actually missed it. Well, he might have rushed it.
Might have jinxed him there a little bit.
Okay, 12 goals, 13 to the Narrogin Hawks. 8 goals, 7 maybe just a touch too casual on that occasion after taking a really good mark. Kick from Hughes, I think it was, went in over the top, broken up down there. Ben Sherry sweeps the hand pass over the top to Bowen to Giles Morton, and he's ping for holding the ball. It was a good tackle by Declan Mumby. Write it down for the All Good Refund Depot in Wagen. Tackle of the day. And Mumby taking his time. Now he puts the pass into Walsh deep in the pocket. Was it still in play? It was. Very tight angle here. I hope he doesn't get the ball stuck between the goalposts. So, Jack Walsh. Been very good today, Jack Walsh. I mean, a lot of good players out there for the Hawks all day.
He's always been a very good player, Big K, Jack Walsh.
Yep, and the kick's in the right spot as well. Big fly, knocked to the front of the pack. I think it's Lanciano was over the ball. Can't gather it in. Big pack of players around the ball. And some fierce tackling going on. Umpire says it's high, and a free kick will go the way. Boddington Eagles in defence. Kick came out to Dylan Kirk. Kirk with the ball. Placed it pretty well, except there was ended up with laying it off. Tim's it ended up with. He went bang forward. Wiggum is there in the goal square. It's forced through. Great bit of play as Mac knocked it through for one behind.
Well, Timsy went for a 70-metre goal right there.
12 goals, 14. It is the Narrogin Hawks. 8 goals, 7 to the Boddington Eagles. Here in the last term, brought to you by GB Gillespie and Sons in Boddington. The kick was dangerous, but it was good. No, it was Matt Sherry, I should say. Kick forward to Kirk. His little kick forward was good. I think Dobson's on the end of it. Dobson with the ball. Left half back flank. Keeps possession. He tries to place a big fist on the ball. It was Tim's, I think. Over the top was excellent. Good stuff. Hand pass laid out. Running through. Lanciano, I think, drove the ball long, and Wiggum used his body brilliantly. Marked the ball on his chest. Well, the punch, I think, has gone out of the game, guys.
Yeah, it has. It has. And, look, I think Boddington, the way they're kicking the ball and making Narrogin's back six look really, really good. They have butchered the footy all day.
Yeah.
And they're getting punished for it. But pretty disappointing because they're usually elite by foot.
Okay, well, Wiggum. In he comes. Couple of steps. Kick off his boot. He couldn't kick him sort of straight on. But he can kick him side on.
About time.
And a tight angle was a good goal. A contender for the CSBP Fertilisers. Goal of the day. Write it down, Rob. On the Toolmart scoreboard. 13 goals for 15. Narrogin Hawks leading the Boddington Eagles 8 goals 7. Seth, you've got something to say.
I've got something to say. I was down there at halftime. Lots of support around the Oval today. The club's absolutely buzzing, and for good reason. Lately, Scotty on the social media, he does a phenomenal job. There's really good place to be. The Hawks are playing beautiful football for the crowd at home today. Beautiful. I'm loving it. I know you know I'm happy, but I can't reiterate it enough.
I was talking to Perrin Quartermain too, and he said there was a lot of positive things happening at Narrogin.
Absolutely.
And the coach was doing a really good job as well.
Great culture from Duncan.
Yeah, so that's good stuff. So the ball's back to the centre. We're drawing towards the end of the game. Rucks go to it. The big man over the top, Taylor's been excellent all day. Running onto a hand pass, went back doors from Phillips. It's at ground level. Warburton tries to gallop after the ball. He does take possession of it. Shoved it out. Pack still forms. It's pretty tough in there. Umpires let it go. And in fact, the umpires have done a pretty fair job, I think, all day as well. Ball is to be thrown up between centre and deep right centre wing for the Narrogin Hawks. It was one down by Warburton. Ground level. Oh, good.
That's a nasty
Yep,
one, too.
and a free kick's going to come out of that too. To the Narrogin Hawks.
Rough game today, really rough.
So these dub tackles, big. Okay, I don't know why there's not cards issued for these tackles. They're taking it out of the game, and to see two players possibly today be injured, yeah, I think, yeah, the umpires need to be stronger than that.
Yeah, I think it's Chevelle, is it?
Yep. Yeah, that tackle's gone.
Yeah, it's shaken him up, hasn't it, as
Yep.
well? And yeah, so maybe that's something that the uppers need to be looking at, because
If we're following AFL standards and concussion protocols and stuff like that, this tackle, it has to be a yellow. If it's severe, it needs to be a red. And at this level, it'll stop that. You give one or two out, and it'll go out of the game.
yeah, because effectively just from the tackle he's taken out of the game,
Well, this
isn't
guy
he?
could have a 21-day protocol with concussion. Harry Kabowser could be out for a year with a broken collarbone.
Yeah, and all from the tackle.
And the players are still on the ground, so who's being punished?
Yeah.
Well, Max is actually also a concussion risk. He's had quite a few already.
Exactly
so.
right. So, that's something you don't want to see in the game.
Yeah.
And if we're following suit with the AFL or, the waffle, get rid of the tackle altogether. Start issuing cards.
Yep, and that's a fair call. Okay, so Geordie Hill kicks the ball out wide, and Jackman, I think, is on the end of it. Cohen Jackman. Good deep long kick. Kelsall was behind, couldn't quite take the mark. Ground level, picked up by Blevin as he wheels around, gets the kick away, and Wiggum out in front. Couldn't quite complete the mark, so hand pass goes out back doors. Matt Sherry drove the ball out of defence. It was good.
Oh, okay.
And Giles Morton, I think, is on the end of it. Goes with the kick forward to Dobson. Marks the ball. Wheels around. Doesn't mess around. Goes with the long kick forward. It was good. Pretty marks it. He's in the centre of the ground. The Boddington Eagles gasping for air, and they need goals. Kicks forward to Salmiri was good. Salmiri steadies. He goes long. He sees Lloyd Padwick done a big shove off his defender, and good. Padwick is in front and marked the ball. He turned around, give Good a big shove in the chest, and took off. And
He's in range, but the radar's been off today, Big K, so...
well, I'm predicting he's going to get a goal before the game's out, so
Well,
it might have to be
I don't think
here.
he's got long, has
I
he?
know, it might have to be here. I said it in the third quarter, I think, so... Come on, Lloyd. In he comes. He's going to take a really good kick from there. Gee, I tell you what.
Coming back.
That's a magnificent kick, and he's kicked a goal. In the last quarter to Lloyd Padwick, well done, and a thumping kick it was. 13 goals, 15 Narrogin Hawks, 9 goals, 7 to the Boddington Eagles. Here in the last term, quickly brought to you by GB Gillespie & Sons, steel fabrications capable of rolling material to the most complex of specifications. Call Gary, 988 39 221. And Seth Whiteford.
Big K, I mean, it was a matter of time before Lloyd got a goal.
I predicted it as well,
did
Seth.
predict it. You did predict
How's
it.
that, you know?
I mean, the viewers can't see that you got the crystal ball up here, mate, but
I might have a future in predictions.
But yeah, it was
Can
a
you predict a lot of numbers for me?
Glad Padwick got the monkey off the back there.
You got to start paying if you want any more, okay, right? Back to the so Rucks go to it. Ground level, Warburton did well. Turn, he got the kick away. There was a bit of a
Off the
bench Sherry,
ball,
I think,
off the
interfered
ball.
with.
Yep.
Okay. It's been a
Yeah,
pretty intense sort of
it has.
game, hasn't it? With a bit of,
yeah,
to do in it.
but that's good.
Oh, Padwick again.
Did you
Gee, I never predicted
I was
this.
about to say, did you predict two, Big K?
Oh, definitely one, I said.
Well, he's going to have to
very
go
far
from 54 or 5, 55 probably, which the distance shouldn't be an issue
Yeah.
because he can thump it, but
Well, big opportunity here again for Lloyd Padwick.
the last one was a cider, Big K, so...
Yeah, and he comes. He's going to kick from good 55. It's a thumping kick.
There you go.
Wow, that's a magnificent kick on goal by Lord Padwick, and that is a big contender for the CSBP Fertilisers goal of the day. Wow. And on the toolmark scoreboard, 13 goals, 15 Narrogin Hawks, 10 goals, 7 to the Boddington Eagles here in the last term. And, gee, it's just a thumping kick, isn't it?
Oh, it's a beautiful kick. his timing's been off, hasn't it, most of the day, but those last two, he's really flushed.
It's the old Lloyd Padwick that we know.
And we always say, don't we, every time we've called him, the further out, the more accurate he is.
I think he is, yes.
And, that's a beautiful kick on goal.
No, nice play, and well done to him. Eagles, well, you need a few more. Time's running out. Over the top, big man Taylor down, ground level, was great bit of play by Kirk. He got it out, but Blevin was in there. He stole it and got his boot into the ball centre forward. Coming out, was it Heel? No, it wasn't. It was Hughes. Got the kick away for the Eagles. Tumbles it towards the centre of the ground. I think it's Dobson's there as indeed the siren sounds to finish a great game of football, and it's celebrations for the Narrogin Hawks. They have run out winners in this good game here at Clayton Road Oval. 13 goals, 15, 93. Defeated the Boddington Eagles, 10 goals, 7, 67. Well, a cracking game of football. And we're going to take a big break here at Big K Football and get sorted and come back with a quick summary and award winners for the game. Okay.